All right, all right, all right. It is finally a new day of week and football season has started. Some of us are winning our fantasy football team leagues thus far, one game. Some of us, yeah, we can tell that our roster is not looking too good this year. Either way, football season has officially started back today. I know many of us are glad about that. But today's topic, we're going to do a part two of the topic in which we started last Friday, in which we were talking about how to carry yourself as a high value traveler. That doesn't necessarily mean that you stay in the most expensive hotels or you go to the most expensive restaurants, but you do carry yourself with the respectability and you carry yourself a little bit different from the average person that's traveling. In other words, let's put it where your ghost can get it. You don't act a damn fool when you're traveling. You don't act like Pookie and Ray Ray and them. You don't hang out with Nook Nook, Riri, Keisha, LaQuanda, and all them. When you travel, ain't no females got no bonnets within a 20-mile radius in public. When you travel, everybody ain't got to be smoking weed. Everybody ain't throwing up everywhere you go when you travel. This considers you a high value man. When you travel with purpose, when you travel with responsibility, when you act like you got some sense in your head when you're traveling. Can I put it like that? We're going to talk about that. We're going to go back over the video with Brother Kevin Samuels. We're going to do a recap on that. But one of the biggest problems that we're having as travelers, and we got to admit this, there is starting to become a growing group of individuals that travel like they ain't got no damn sense in their head. Like they ain't never been nowhere. You ain't never had nothing. You ain't never seen no beautiful women. You ain't never spent money before. Some of you overspending as if you ain't never had money before. We're gonna get to the comment section and the shout outs in a second, fellas, but I'm trying to lay the foundation. That's what this is all about. We have to start carrying ourselves as high value travelers. What is a high value traveler? A man or a woman that carries themselves in a way that the people in that country, they want to be bothered with you. They want you. They want to know stuff from you. They want to learn from you. They want to share with you. Some of y'all or some of us travel on a low vibrational level that there are enough women in Medellin that don't want to talk to no foreigners. There are women in DR that don't want to have anything to do with a tourist or a foreigner. Yeah, there are women that are in Cartagena that could give two less than a fuck about the fact that you are American or you're from the UK or you're from Canada. They don't care. You too low vibrational. You a Pookie. And many of us over 40, we too grown to be Pookies. We too old for this. Some of y'all think fuckery is cute. It is. When you under 30, you can get away with a lot of fuckery under 30 and ain't nobody gonna bat an eye. But now you a grown ass man, you can't get away with the idiocy and still expect the same results of when you were under 30 years old. That's why it's so important for us to carry ourselves like we value ourselves. I'll say that again. It's not about the amount of money that you bring into another country. And if the females don't want to be bothered with us, if the locals can't wait until we leave, what's the use of having all that money in your bank account and you ready to spend and you ready to travel, but don't nobody want us to come to their country? In order to combat that, there are certain steps and things that we're going to talk about today on Love Crossing Borders, Andre and Andres. Make sure you guys click that like button. We got 41 people in here that I know that I like. We got 41 people in here that I know I personally like. make sure that you click that like button for me too. Click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too. I'm about to go to these shout outs for the brethren. Make sure I got the music going for us. Here we go. I'll turn it up just a little notch. There we go. All right, just a smooth music. Gabriel's in the building. Numero uno. Todos peace. You say salute, complete peace, and a blessings from my man Gabriel 7. Bobby, the 5-5 is in the building, checking in super early. Shout out to you, brother. Remember, guys, that the cash apps will be going to the Children's Cancer Foundation here in Cali, Colombia. So any cash apps that you guys send from now until the end of the year, all those cash app donations will be going to the Children's Cancer Foundation like we did last year. Andre and I are donating the first 500. So far, we're up to $807. Shout out to all you guys, $807. That's going directly to the Children's Cancer Foundation. Let me see if I can pull their information up right now. We did 1,700 last year. This year, we're hoping to do 2,000 in donations. We're going to hit the super chats as well. Shout out to you guys. But I want to pull this information up so you guys will see what I'm talking about with the children. Got to take care of the kids. Screen share. And there we go. This right here is the organization that we donated to last year. Let me move you out of the way for a second, Bobby. We donated here last year to this organization, and they are the organization that is like the Ronald McDonald's House of Cali, Colombia. When children come from the small cities and they're fighting cancer and they're trying to, fight for their lives, a lot of times the families have nowhere to stay. So what they did, they built this in 2000. I'm sorry, in the early 2000s. I think it was 2008, if I'm not mistaken. They built this, or 2011. They built this house in these houses for families to stay while their children are in the hospital fighting cancer. So we're basically going to be doing a major synopsis on this particular group in an up and coming week. But it does say, just a little reminder, each year approximately 300,000 children between the age of 0 and 19 are diagnosed with cancer. I said each week, I meant to say each year. Diagnosed with cancer worldwide. And it's up to 400,000. So these are all the things that they do in the community to help the children out, and all the different signs of what's available and the different types of cancers that are out there that children are dealing with. So like I mentioned before, all the cash outs will be going towards that. Once again, we got 44 people in here that I know I like. 44 people in here that I know I like. Make sure you guys click that like button for us as well. Once again, today's topic is about becoming a highly wanted, highly desired traveler. Because there are enough of us that are traveling that don't nobody want you in their country for real, for real. Don't know females really want to deal with you unless you just coming out a couple dollars. If you ain't spending no money, there are women in certain countries that don't even want to deal with some of us. They only deal with us because we're coming out a couple dollars. And as soon as we leave, they're so relieved that we left. That should not be. That should not be. So we're going to listen to Brother Kevin. He's going to give us some tips on becoming a high value man. But these translate into when you're traveling. Shout out once again to my man Bobby. Also to my man Clint, the namesake, Andre. Shout out to Clint. My man Tevin's in the building. He said, Uncle Andre, you're a lifesaver. I'm currently stuck on the job doing 21-hour shift because no one wants to work on Sunday, especially on football season Sunday, the first day of football. So I'm with you, brother. I understand completely. My man, No Excuse Entertainment. Make sure you guys subscribe to this brother's channel. He's always giving excellent information. Beautiful, beautiful life, beautiful wife out of Cartagena, Colombia. Great couple. Really, really good couple. You got my uncle, Ghostface, in the building. Shout out to you. You say you're on time tonight? We got Dune West in the building. He said, let me fix this right here. Make this a little larger for me. There we go. He said, Tevin, oh, I'm dipping. Tevin, you will be, you will get a nice, you'll get a nice paycheck. Believe you me, that's going to be fat. Make sure you put a little bit of that in the 401k or in some type of investments. Just a little bit. Shout out to my man Drew in the building. Yeah, man. Yeah. Football season is upon us. My man Beach Material, what's good? Shout out to you for being here, as well as my man Solo Travel ORD. I don't know why Solo Travel still calls himself Solo. I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, why is this man still calling himself Solo Travel when right now, over the last, I can say at least 3 years of watching photos of you, it's always you and the family. He said, but hey, I'm a solo traveler at heart. Make sure you guys subscribe to this man's channel. He is always giving excellent nuggets out there for us travelers. Always. Shout to him. Black Nubians in the building. Shout to you, man, as well, for being here. Them Canadian boys at it again, Mom. Yeah, Canadian boys. Terrell, my homeboy. Them 313 Detroit boys. Big bro, I'm in here. Got to get this game, you sharing. Shout out to you, man, for the super chat. Glad that you made it. Let me scroll down. Oh, B-Lo's in the building. Shout out to you too, man. Shout out to you, B-Lo. JVC's in the building. Met a lot of El Chapos out there in Colombia that belong back home. I can't believe this girl told me that she's living off $450 a month in Medellin. Oh yeah, that's true. That's the average income. That's the high side. The average income is $275 a month. So yeah, $450 a month. And we're rounding it into dollars, guys, instead of talking about Colombian pesos. But $450 a month, that sounds just about right. The average just think about it. The average Colombian rent to be in zone 4, zone 3 is about 150 to 220 to 250. So if your rent is 150 to 250, and then you got all your other things that you're paying for, you might not walk away with much at the end of the month. But do realize this: Colombians are famous for, just like Americans, credit cards. Credit cards galore. Colombians, if they ain't got nothing else, credit cards galore. It's just like the States. Just like the States. We'll use credit cards for everything. Shout out to my man Jay in the building. Make sure you guys subscribe to Jay Fleming's channel. I don't know what you're doing. If you have not subscribed to this man's channel, you're doing yourself a real disservice. Doing Wesley said, are there any orphanages in Cali? Oh yeah, very much so. We were actually, I'm glad that you said that. We, in our first couple of years of trying to because we had always been donating food. We've always been, just this whole room used to be piled full of dry foods, as well as body soaps, washing, dishwashing liquid and liquid to wash your clothes, and we've all powder. We've always given tangible goods. And so, talking to Taylor Made Dreams, he always in DR, him and a lot of the other guys had always donated to the orphanages in DR. So we were looking for orphanages initially. And then we just so happened to come across the Children's Cancer Foundation. And then a few months later, we saw ACE in Venezuela going into the Children's Cancer Foundation there in Venezuela. And so that just kind of made us say, you know what? let's donate to the Children's Cancer Foundation here. And so that's when we started that last year. But since we've been here, we've always given. Andre and I have nonstop donated time, money, energy to organizations and groups throughout Colombia, always. Oh yeah, good question. Yeah, there are orphanages here. Let me scroll down to somebody that I haven't given a shout out to. Then I'll come back to the statement, such as G.S. Lewis in the building, apply for the passport, fingers crossed. Hey, GS, if they was crazy enough to give me a passport, I'm gonna say it again. I keep telling y'all, after doing 10 years in the feds, 2 years of that was stateside. I'm telling you, I was not expecting to get a passport. I was expecting them to say, no, you are not getting a passport. Hell no. Have you seen your record? No, don't ask again. All I was expecting was the response so I could find out what I needed to do to clean up whatever it is to get a passport. I kid y'all not, man. I was not thinking nothing was coming in the mail but a letter that was telling me you are not ever getting a passport. Because you think about, you're ex-felon, you think of all your other rights are gone, so your right to get a passport gone. Au contraire, mon frère. That's not necessarily true. I'm living proof that you can have a checkered past and still get a passport. So fingers crossed that I'm not saying that you got a checkered passport. What I'm saying is that was my experience. And fingers crossed that you can get it as soon as possible because they are behind. Sick with it in the building. What's up, Sick with it, yo? You see, I remember the name, brother. Sick with it, yo. Bottoms Up TV. Hey, Bottoms Up. Let me know if that's a YouTube channel, man, so we can drop your link in the comment section, man. Let me know if that's your channel. In all sincerity, support Black male media. We got enough dudes. All females got to do is show some breasts. Shout out to 659. Shout out to Danica Marie. I still love me some Chantel Simone, but these ladies ain't stupid. They know they make great points. Let's be for real. These are some beautiful ladies with beautiful minds, but they still beautiful ladies. So we know they gonna get the views and the love. Our girl Dee Dee over there with Anton. You got the Island Girl. Gorgeous women with breasts all like, come on, man. That's an easy lick on YouTube. So when I sit back and we sit back and say support Black male media, show us some of the cash apps and super chats, because we out here just like the ladies, and we trying to give a better answer than just what the ladies are saying, even though support the ladies as well. So let me know if that is your channel so we can make sure we got your link and support your channel this evening. He said, I'm headed to Nicaragua in 2 weeks. Oh man, that's nice, bro. He said, I've been talking to beautiful Nicaraguan for 3 months, and I was introduced here in Chicago. Shout out to the Chi-Town boys with the good cooking and good food out there. Hey, keep us posted, man, on your journey, man. Let me know how long you're gonna be out there. In all sincerity, because anytime you guys travel somewhere that's outside the box, I love talking to you guys about it, and I would love to start having guys on the show to tell about their experience in these other countries. I love stuff like that. Now, the party side, that's a given. But to experience, countries and locations where we don't hear about often, that's what's up, man. I'm happy for you. And let me know how it goes with the young lady too. Keith is in the building. Looking to book my first trip to Colombia. Where you going, Keith? Let us know where you going. Passport crew in the building, the Global Passport crew. Shout out to Uncle Andre and Aunt Andrea. Yeah, she just come in from spending time with the family. I was spending time watching football and doing recordings. Let's see who else. B Panthers in the building. Don't pass go for real. Yeah, man. Shout out to you. Monk Mo 1 with the beautiful photo. Love on love. Salute to you, brother, as well. We got a great topic once again tonight. We're about to go directly into it. I don't even want to ramble. But at the end of the day, we got another brother here who's always supporting the channel. Father of many nations, my man Abraham. For those that don't know, shout out to you. All right. We got all the cash apps so far, super chats. All right, guys. If I missed the cash apps, I'll hit them in a moment. You said in March. Okay, cool. What city do you think you're going to go to first? Ooh, you're going in March, boy. Too bad you ain't going in February. Missing that Bed and Kia Festival. That's going to be nice. That's going to be really, really nice. But March is a good month to go to, for real. Okay. So let's get ready to get started with the topic. Like I said, Brother Kevin's telling you we're going to watch the video in which he lets us know. Let me go back to Kevin.
I would think if you...
Let me pause right here. Kevin is letting us know basically certain steps to becoming high value men. But these principles apply to us when it comes to travel. You gotta, when you're traveling, and the reason why I brought this topic up, I'm gonna let you guys know why we're talking about this topic of high value travelers, or a traveler that carries themselves like they know that they're valuable. There are a lot of us that travel like we don't care, like we aren't valuable. You don't see the value in you sometimes. And that's why so many dudes get caught up. So, can we be real, fellas? And like I said, I don't want to go to a ramble. I just want to come directly to Kevin. One of the reasons some dudes do pay for play, they ain't got no confidence in themselves to walk up to women. You can walk up to a woman to pay her, yeah, I got you. But to actually walk up to some gorgeous women in these other countries, some dudes, they never walked up to that many gorgeous women like that. And when they did in the States, they were so used to, so programmed to rejection that when it comes to going to other countries, they feel safe with pay for play. Can I be for real? Some dudes feel safe than a mother with pay for play. They'll never stop paying for coochie. Why? Because they got enough money. I got you on that. And since they got enough money, they feel that all they got to do is just show up with a few dollars, and that's it. That's it. Y'all see I keep playing with this time, trying to get it just right. There we go. So we got to come to a conclusion. Shout out to my man Kenny Peoples in the building. We got to come to a reality that we have to start seeing the value in ourselves when we're traveling, not just in the dollars, not the value in the females there, not the value in the country that we're heading to, not in the value of the cost of living, but do realize as a traveler, we're just as valuable to this whole travel experience as the places that we're going to. But some dudes just ain't got that confidence like that. Some dudes do fuckery because fuckery is comfortable. Some dudes are street dudes in the States, and I'm talking to some of you dudes that's 35, 40, some of you even up to 50. Some dudes are still all street in the States, and then they come to Colombia, as far as I've seen, and act street in Colombia. Now they in jail in Colombia. They done got drugged. Now they in hell in Colombia. Now they in the morgue and don't nobody know how to identify the body because the passport got stolen in Colombia. There are dudes that are straight street in the States, and they took that mindset, came to Colombia, and ended up in the morgue, bruh. Because they didn't see themselves as being high value. They thought that everything that you do in this, I'm gonna say this with all sincerity, fellas, everything you do in the States does not translate to other countries, just like English doesn't always translate to every country. maybe even 70% of how you carry yourself in the United States can work around the world. But it's that 30% that's going to make you the difference between a Pookie and a Ray Ray or a Passport King and a Blue Book Gentleman. It's going to be that little small thing, the fact that you can't handle a customs and you get attitudes fast. So now you arguing with dudes at the taxi drivers in Colombia. You fussing in DR and getting in fights with females for pay for play in Sosua, and now it's on World Star. How many times have we seen some Pookie and Ray Rays out of New York in DR with Timberlands on? I don't know where y'all get that from. You can wear your Timberlands in New York. Okay, got you. But you in mother DR in one of the hottest islands and you walking around in Timberlands? Come on, New York. It is New Yorkers. It is not that mother serious. But you think that Timberlands translate everywhere, and that doesn't. Only in New York, Timberlands aren't seasonal. Y'all wear them all year round. And ain't nobody mad at you. But to be in DR, now you're a Pookie. Well, I got money. Don't mean nothing. Because Pookies is the one that throw the money in the air because he act like he ain't never had nothing. Check this out. The same Pookies that throw money in the air in DR and Cartagena and in other countries, they know that money is worth 4 times as much, so they treat it like it's monopoly money. That same Pookie got to go to work Monday morning at that factory and work 12-hour shifts. And I bet you he ain't throwing it up. If it's USD, he ain't throwing up in the air like that, except maybe at a strip club. But I bet you he won't stand in front of a Walmart and throw that money up in the air like that. When the last time you saw a Pookie take $1,200 and just walk and stand in front of a Target and throw it up in the air? They don't. Why? Because they value it. But then when you go to another country, you think because their money is not as valuable as yours, here we go, Pookie's throwing money up in the air. Thinking that they're impressing somebody. And you're not. You're not. You do that overpay for play. Y'all some idiots. I said it. It ain't even called for. Do you think those women value you anymore because you pay an extra $300 for a week of the same sex that you would have got anyway? I'm gonna say that again. Do you think the women that you pay for value you anymore because you pay her extra $100, $200, $300 for the moments of intimacy? She don't give a damn that. She like, okay, cool. If he's stupid enough to give it, I'm wise enough to take it. You have to start valuing yourself, brothers. And Kevin gonna show us some of the ways in which we can start valuing ourselves when we are traveling. Let's get ready to get started with this.
But I would think if you're not happy with your value, talking about it should be the least of the problems. If you're not happy, do something about it. For men, one of the first things, in no particular order, but I will say one of the first things that man needs to get, they need to do 2 things at the same time. You need to get a group, a personal and a professional group. Successful men travel with successful men. One of the reasons I was able to ascend the way I did through...
We're going to pause right there for a split second. Kevin said something I didn't want to go over y'all heads. I'm going to bring that back.
Needs to get, they need to do 2 things at the same time. You need to get a group, a personal and a professional group. Successful men travel with successful men. One of the reasons I was able to ascend the way I did through corporate America is because I ascended with a group. I'm not going to say the people's names, but D, G, C, P, M, B. Those six people and I, 7 of us, went from company to company to company. And when one of us moved, we all moved. 7 people going at one target together. Rising tide lifts all boats. Stop being a lone wolf. When you work in a company, stop trying to be a lone wolf. And this is the problem. This is why so many of you will never raise your value. You're trying to do it on your own. You're trying to be Tesla, and you need to be Edison. You need to get a group. People like you, people want to do stuff for you. Being right, principled, and moral only makes you a loser if you don't have the other components. You can be right, principled, and moral and a winner. See, it's not an either or thing. That's number 2. Life is and. It's not either or, it's and. You need a group. You need a personal group and a professional group. Maybe those groups are the same, but generally they're different. And then you need a high value mindset. A high value mindset automatically goes looking for the hard path. It does not try to do the hard things, though. You don't go and try to reinvent the wheel. You take what's already working and you improve on it. How foolish would it be for somebody to sit back and say, hey, I see something that's working right now, but I'm going to do something completely opposite? Or would it make more sense to say, I'm going to take what's already working and improve upon that? That's what smart, working smarter, not harder. But see, this way feeds your ego. Oh, but you're going to have to check that ego, because you're not going to ascend higher. You're going to cap yourself at your ego, because there's a lot of eating shit you're going to have to do.
We're going to stop right there for a split second. Translate this into travel. I'm going to get you in a second, Andrew Green. Shout out to you, brother, for being here. He said 3 things. First of all, you need a group. When it comes to traveling, we're going to translate this into traveling. First thing you need is a group. You cannot do this by yourself. One of the easiest things that makes travel for us that are relocating and visiting places now is we always got somebody that's already there. We can reach out through somebody through YouTube now, like I did. That's what I did. I didn't know nobody in Medellin. I saw A-Slide do an interview on Taylor Made Dreams when he was at 200 subscribers. I went straight to the dude's, I subscribed, and I went into his comment section of one of his videos. That's all I did. Hey, brother, you don't know me. I see you in Medellin doing your thing, and I would love to get to know that city a little bit more. I'm on my way. I got my ticket. I'm on my way. If you don't mind, could you just recommend some spots? You ain't got to show me nothing. Me and Ace been brothers ever since. So you need right now, there are so many people now that there is no reason why you can't find some positive dudes to kind of hang out with, to meet up on WhatsApp, to meet up on Facebook. There's no reason why you aren't part of some of these positive Facebook groups that are out here now, to where you can network with people. You got to have this. I'm not saying that you don't need it. I'm saying you got to have it. I'm not saying that as a suggestion. I'm saying it as a prescription. If you want to to value yourself as a traveler and continue to enjoy traveling on a level that you never expected, you need a group of dudes. Because I'm telling you, this is the other thing that you need a group of dudes for, to celebrate. First thing you need a group of dudes for was for direction and correction, but also to celebrate. What do I mean by that? Look like I froze for a second. What do I mean by that? I mean that when you go back to the States, ain't nobody gonna celebrate your trip to DR with you, but dudes like us. When you get ready to move to another country, ain't nobody celebrating you going to another country like us. You got you a girlfriend or you about to give me, I'm telling you this, other than family, nobody's gonna celebrate Travel ORD being married to a Colombian. I'm being married to a Colombian. No excuse being married to Colombia. Ain't nobody gonna celebrate it like you dudes. Ain't nobody gonna understand it like you dudes. You need somebody that's gonna understand when you say, man, I got back on that plane and I came back to America, man, it was some old bull. I can't wait to get back out of America. Nobody can understand that back in the States. Your cousin, your mama, your homeboys, unless they travel, your coworkers, nobody will understand you except your fellow male travelers. That's another reason why you need a group, because you need somebody that's going to celebrate what you're doing. Man, I went to Istanbul and I had this much fun. Oh, I just got back from Zimbabwe and I did this, brothers. You need that. You don't want to have celebrated moments by yourself. So make sure that you connect and reach out and talk to it and subscribe to channels and go on platforms. If you're a YouTuber, if you're a travel YouTuber, there should be no reason why people who are not passport holders talk about passport bros other than us. I'm going to say this again. I'm so tired of seeing male and female U.S. citizens that don't have or don't use passports spend hours, thousands up on videos about passport bros, blue book gentlemen, blue book king, but we never go up on their platforms. When they drop the link, if you are a male YouTuber and they drop that link, you should be the first one showing up and telling them, hey, hold up. It ain't all about the ladies. We do other things also. Let me tell you about it. Half of you guys in the live stream right now, you know me because you saw me on somebody else's channel talking about exactly what we talk about here on this channel. We need each other for that. We need each other for that. The second thing that Kevin said is life is not either or, it's and. Life is a conjunction. Life is actually an equation. You will spend all of your life adding something to your life, subtracting something from your life, multiplying something in your life, and dividing something in your life. Every single day, your life is nothing but a mathematical equation. You're either adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing something in your life. Whether you're multiplying your money, or you may have some losses, so now you got to divide it up. Rob Peter to pay Paul. Whether you are adding a certain woman into your life and subtracting other women from your life. Whether you're adding adventure to your life and exploration, you liked going to DR, but you did it 7 times. Now you're going to Panama. You've added a new country to your life. Whether you have your job that you've been working on 10 years, but you started or you added a side business to multiply the money that you, whatever it is, you had kids, that's multiplying the person who you are and adding to your family. The kids grow up, they move out, that's that is subtracting from the money that's being spent in the household. Now you got more money because the kids have moved out. Which is not true because the kids don't always need money. Your life is nothing but a mathematical equation. So the question that Kevin is saying to you, what are you adding to your life when it comes to travel? What are you subtracting from your life when it comes to travel? When it comes to travel, what are you multiplying and what are you dividing? Because no matter what you do, this is what's taking place in your life every day that you're breathing. That's it. nothing else. You are always doing that. Even when you're sitting still and you could be adding something and you could be multiplying something, you are still, even if you're sitting in the zero of life, you still are in a position where you can add, multiply, divide, whatever it is, whether it would be something for your health, whatever it is. You are a mathematical equation with flesh and bones. So remember, always ask yourself, is this worth me? When I go on this trip, is this person worth me adding into my life? When I travel, should I be subtracting these Negroes from my travel? You know, sometimes you have a trip and you tell everybody, hey, we're gonna go on this trip together, and everybody, all right, now we're going next year now. We're going next August. Okay, cool. And then all of a sudden, next June come, you like, hey, fellas, y'all still going on the trip with me in August? Yeah, man, I'm in. And then August come. And ain't nobody going nowhere but you. There's nothing wrong with subtracting. What dudes or ladies do you need to subtract from your cell phone? Multiply. When it comes to your trips, what do you need to multiply? What do you need to do more of? Learning the language? Learning salsa, bachata, merengue, kumba? What do you need to learn more of? What do you need to network? Do you need more positive people in your phone? You got 3 positive people in your cell phone when you travel. Do you want it to be 13 the next time that you leave that country? Do you want to multiply that? What do you need to multiply when you're traveling? Ask yourself that. And what do you need to divide? How do you need to handle your money to divide it up correctly this go around? Your first couple trips, you just out there spending. But now you well traveled in that country. Now you like, I know what this side of town it costs. Oh, that side of town is the tourist side. So they gringo price on that side of town. So I don't go over there anymore. How do you divide your money up now? How do you divide your time up? When you first started traveling, you just was going for the ladies in Cartagena. Woo-hoo, the ladies at the clock tower. Now, how do you divide your time up now that you've been to Cartagena a few times? How are you dividing it up? Are you spending a little bit of time with the ladies and then you go to a few historical places like Palenque, the first black city in all of South America, Palenque, right outside of Cartagena? Do you go fishing? You like, I'm in Cartagena, Colombia. Let me get some fishing in. Do you just spend some time to yourself? I ain't trying to be around my homeboys. I ain't trying to be around no females. I'm just trying to walk for a couple hours. Just check out the scene. How are you dividing your time up in these locations that you're going now? Everything is a mathematical equation. Once this camera goes off, you're still a mathematical equation. How do you divide your day up? That's part of the equation of life. That's what Kevin said. The third thing that Kevin said that we need to do, we need to have a high value mindset. Like I've said before, some brothers are pay for play, not because of the quick, easy convenience. No. Not because the lady's fine. I'm just getting here. I ain't trying to deal with no regular chicks right now. I'm just only here for 5 days. I just want to have a good time. For many guys, yes. But for some guys, you do pay for play because you're scared. It rocks your world to actually go into a grocery store and just walk up to a woman, not knowing her language, not sure if she know your language, and get that number. You are in fear. You do not know your own value. You don't know what you can actually accomplish. And that's why some dudes will always be comfortable with paper play. And that's why some dudes will always be comfortable with hanging around Pookie and Ray Ray, because it's convenient. It's comfortable. It's like a soft pillow. They know what paper play is. They know what the woman is not expecting of them. They could be comfortable on that pillow of complacency. That's what that is. We got 75 people in here that I know I like. We got 75 people that your boy in this chat I like. So make sure you like us too by clicking that like button, guys. Shout out to my man, the contractor. Let me go back to Andrew. I ain't forgot about you, brother. Hello, Andre. Just coming back from beautiful Peru. Yes, it is. It is beautiful there. He said, I went to the museum. He said, I went to the museum every day. A man after my own heart. That's how I got my wife. For those of you that don't know, the first thing that I ever asked Andrea when we were in the mall, just so happened to live down the street from that mall, I asked her, do you know where any good museums are here in Cali, Colombia? And the next day, she took me to a museum. And now, you guys, years later, he said, every day, and really enjoy the women calling me senor. I know, right? And you know, it's just how mannered they are and how respectful they are and how you carry yourself. You're absolutely correct. It goes a long way. Courtesy, manners, respect goes a long way. It really does, man. That's high value. Just in case you guys are wondering what it is to be a high value man in another country, it's not because you got money. Kevin Samuel said that's not, you can't be a high value man just because you got money in the States. He always says that. He's never said you're a high value because you make six figures. There are some dudes that got money that are not considered high value. You're a perfect example. Do you consider Will Smith a high value man? We come on, Will Smith. We talk about, you know, summertime. We talking about the Fresh Prince, y'all. We talking about Ali. Do you guys respect Will Smith as a high value man? Just because he got fame, fortune, money. I know I do. I ain't gonna pretend like I got respect for Will Smith as a man that I value. Maybe your acting skills. Other than that, there's nothing about Will Smith as a person that I consider high value. What he's accomplished, yes. How he carries himself since he's accomplished that, hell no. Steve Harvey. Do y'all consider Steve Harvey high value man? He got money, he got fame. Come on, we talking about Steve Harvey, Mr. Radio in the morning. We talk about Steve Harvey, woman, think like a man, act like a lady, act like a lady, think like a man, Steve. We talking about Marjorie's husband. We talking about Marjorie's husband. You consider Marjorie's husband a high value man? Hell, I know I don't. Your stepdaughter is one of the biggest hoes in Hollywood. You are taking care of your woman's, you literally and legally adopted all this woman's kids. Got her ex-husband out of prison from doing life because you got connections with Obama when Obama was in office. So you got him out of jail. The ex. I ain't never done nothing for none of my females' exes. At least long get one of them niggas out of jail. That's like a female coming up to you saying, baby, she giving you head and while she giving you head, you looking down like, what you want, girl? What you want? I need for you to get my ex-boyfriend out of jail. Baby, whatever you want, girl, just don't stop sucking. Whatever you want. Do you consider that? Would you consider me high value? Come on, let's be real. Would you consider me high value if Andre had an ex-boyfriend in prison for life, who I ain't never met, I had nothing to do with, none of that. And I went to the president of Colombia and told him, hey, do me a favor. Could you do something for the Black community? No. I'm starting a program to feed the hungry. Can you help me out with that? No, I ain't asking for none of that. I ain't asking the president about none of that. I'm going to the president of the United States. I ain't asking him to do nothing for the Black community except get my wife's ex-husband out of prison for life. Would you consider me a high-value man? Hell no, you wouldn't. But he got money. So just because you guys come to this country and y'all go to the ATM or y'all go to the money exchange and y'all walk with a big wad of money through Colombia, don't nobody consider you high value? You a freaking joke for it. Dude, if you don't know, Colombians are laughing at you. And we, brothers, your own brothers, are laughing at your ass. We are laughing. If you think we ain't, you crazy. We are laughing. You a joke. But you got money. In other words, you carry yourself as if you don't value you. Therefore, ask yourself, why should we value you? Now, for the most part, all you guys that I've met that come down to Cali, man, y'all some good dudes. Good men. I kid y'all not. We've only had like one knucklehead come down, but for the most part, most of you guys have come down here to, at least to Cali, that I know and that I've met through other guys that have had friends come down. All of us kind of like grown ass man mentality. All of us hold value. That's why we network with each other, because valuable men hang out with valuable men. Just like Kevin just said, successful men hang out with successful men. Successful travelers hang out with successful travelers. But if you hanging out with the Pookies and the Ray Rays that only showing you pay for play all the time and showing you these women that's bottom feeders and never showing you, I keep trying to tell y'all, what women do I tell y'all to get with? Sexy nerd chicks. Just like I married the sexy nerd chick. We all know that nerd chicks wild as it is anyway, but they smart as can be. And now you got a sexy nerd chick, but y'all want them problem chicks because she wild. The sex is crazy. The sex is crazy, dude. Nerd chicks got crazy sex too. That's what make them so good, because you be thinking that they nerds in every area, but then when the lights go out, it's a completely different thing. I keep trying to tell y'all, when y'all in DR, look for the sexy nerd chick. When you in Thailand, look for the sexy nerd chick. When you Colombia, look for the sexy nerd chick. But y'all never listen. And then y'all be wondering why y'all scratching the back of y'all head 4 years later, you can't find nobody. And then you hit me up, hey Dre, I got a question for you. I'm trying to find me a good woman. Look for the sexy nerd chicks. Look for regular everyday women that got careers, that want to do something with their lives, that got something to lose. Even if they mamas and they ain't mamas. They got something to lose. They ain't trying to lose their career. They're not trying to lose that education that they work so hard for. They got something to lose. You dudes keep trying to fuck stuff that ain't got nothing to lose. She ain't got nothing to lose by robbing you. She ain't got nothing to lose by cheating on you. She ain't got nothing to lose by lying on you. Stop attracting women that ain't got nothing to lose if it comes to lying, cheating, backbiting. Some women ain't got nothing to lose scamming you in DR. We hear stories all the time in Thailand about some dude that sent all his retirement money to Thailand for 10 years. The Thai chick over there building a house. I've heard several stories of the dudes that built the house, got the house built, went to Thailand and couldn't get in because the house was in her name. And the females would tell them, if you come back here again, I'm calling the police. And you done sent money to Thailand for 10, 15 years. You thinking you retired and you ain't got shit to show for it. Because she ain't had nothing to lose. It's so hard for us to just do a slight background and understanding on a female. We get to these other countries, man. In the States, we ain't gonna never let no female just run up on us and pretend like she was. We always alert. And then when you get to other countries, we let it go. We gotta stop doing that, fellas. We gotta stop doing that. say Cali is not better than Barranquilla. All areas are different in Colombia. One thing I don't look at Colombia as one area is better, one area is worse. In this, now I know small towns, we know that there's some areas that's worse. Some zones that are worse. I'm not saying that. But when it comes to the big cities, I always look at it like it's to each his own. Barranquilla, Santa Marta, and Cartagena, all of them are on the same freeway. You got Cartagena right here. 2 hours later, you got Barranquilla right here. 2 hours later, you got Santa Marta. All of them off the coast of the Atlantic Ocean. So either one of them you go to, you really ain't, if you want to be around tourists, you stay in Cartagena. You want the tourist life. If you don't want that many tourists, you go, but you like a big city and nice ladies, you go to Barranquilla. If you want just to be around a lot more chocolate melanin sisters that's on that coast, you go to Santa Marta. It's about preference. Colombia is broken down to 5 regions. So I never would say, oh, Medellin is better than Bogota it depends on the preference. But shout out to you, DYB in the building. But I love Barranquilla. Don't get it twisted. I really do like Barranquilla also. I'm with you on that one. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Let's see what the fella's talking about. Thanks again, Rodney, for the $9.99. Mr. Woods in the building himself. All right, Jamal's in the building. Shout out to you, brother. He say that's reasons why I don't take most of these thirsty simp creeps, cam content creators seriously. Yeah, the videos that I try not to be judgmental on dudes because everybody's stage of travel is different. These guys make content for dudes that just started traveling. I noticed that. Dudes that make what I call the booty bait videos, where they put the hot chick on the thumbnail and then they just walk around the city with a camera in the behind of the ladies. That's for new travelers. Us experienced travelers, they ain't moving us. It's like, I'm more or less like, okay, is that a restaurant over there behind her? What area is that city? That's a nice area of the city. What? I'm more looking at the landscape than looking at the females' butts, because you kind of like, oh, okay, been there, done that type of feeling. So I'm with you on that one, brother. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Shot Town in the building. He said exactly. Find women that have something to lose. If YouTube stopped this channel today, God forbid, that would probably be the biggest advice that I would have for guys when it comes to women in any country, even back home in the States. Find a woman that's got something going on with her life. Now, I'm not talking about these Miss Independent modern women. I'm not talking about them chicks. I'm talking about women that have humble hearts and are looking to accomplish things themselves, to where you like, I could bring her on my page because she's an accomplisher. But when you deal with women that ain't got nothing to lose in the States, if you still going on certain sides of Chicago, certain sides of Gary, Indiana, if you go into certain sides of East St. Louis, Watts, you go into the 4th Ward in Texas, you all in the wrong area of Louisiana, in New Orleans, around women that have nothing to lose, but they look good. You're going to bring that same habit to another country. And I'm telling you, it's never a successful traveler that gets drugged in Medellin. I'm going to say that again. It's never a dude that's focused, a dude that values himself, a dude that's patient, a dude that's here to enjoy the culture, a dude that knows that if I meet somebody, I meet somebody. If I don't, I don't. A dude that's laid back and how he handles his travel. Them dudes don't never get drugged and rarely, if ever, get robbed. It's always the dudes that's ultra thirsty. I've heard this story a million times. I got drugged. It was my last day in Medellin. Instead of sitting your ass down, waiting for your flight tomorrow morning, you just got to take your ass out there on the streets just one more again and get robbed. Or get robbed or get drugged. Never. I have never heard the story of a dude that was on his, let's go back old school, on his square and got robbed. As far as bringing a chick into his Airbnb or hotel and she drug him. Never, not one time. It's as soon as you step off your square, as soon as you start lowering the value of who you are, you start getting nervous with your time. I only got a few hours left in Medellin. I want to hit one more, just one more. As soon as you start acting like that, you lower your value and you treat her more than what she is. Man, I don't care. It's you dudes who get the pay for play when the club closes at 12. You know what you're doing? Club closed at 12 o'clock. Club closed at 2 o'clock in the morning, right? 3 o'clock in the morning. You know that the pay for play chicks are thirsty for that money. So now you stand outside the club because they nervous. You don't want to go back to the Airbnb and hotel without somebody. She nervous because she trying to get that extra dollar for her pimp. And now you done let your guard down because you see how fat her butt is. You put her value up, put her value, at least in that moment, on a pedestal. You lower your value and you get got. I never seen a dude that's just let it happen, let it unfold the way it's supposed to unfold, like life unfolds when it comes to meeting women, ever get got. It's always the thirsty dude, always. It could be a good dude that even have a thirsty moment. In other words, you're normally not like that. You're normally a laid back cool, but you got the Medellin boy, you saw it, or you got the Cartagena, or some dudes that talked in your ear. That's another reason. I'll never forget this. A couple weeks ago, I'm out with a brother. He had been here for 3 days. I've been showing him around this, that, and this. But then some other brothers came along. Cool dudes, cool brothers, really good guys. And they were sincere. They weren't trying to, mess with his head or anything. And they were like, "How long you been here?" He said, 3 days. They said, "So who you been with? You ain't had sex with nobody yet?" And he's like, "No, I ain't had sex with her." They looked at me like, "Dre, he been here 3 days and he had sex with her." I'm like, dude, first of all, everybody ain't thirsty like you motherfuckers. Let that man enjoy his time the way he want to enjoy it. Sometimes some of you dudes get caught up because you listening to the wrong brothers at the wrong time, and they will try to get you off of your journey. They'll try to convince you that your journey and how you doing it is something wrong with it. You ain't got no pussy in Colombia in 3 days. Motherfucker, I'm a grown man. I don't care if I wait 33 days. That's my choice. You can't tell I paid for my ticket. I was the one that worked those 13-hour shifts. I was the one that went to the money exchange and exchanged these US dollars for pesos. And you gonna try to make me feel guilty because I ain't fucking no bitches in 3 days? Man, I was like, come on, bro, let's go. And the first 3 days, we went this spot to this spot, clubbing, partying. It was for the festival, so he's hanging out at the festival. Guess what? He's collecting numbers, phone getting full of women. And when it was his time, no problem. He connected with the right guys that wouldn't put pressure on him, but could show him where to go, where not to go. A lot of times we do stuff on our trips because of the next man. Sometimes you got to tell the next man, "Hey, bruh, thank you, but no thank you. I'm doing it my way. You ain't do these shits for me." Every dollar in my pocket, but I'm the one that did all the blood, sweat, and tears for the Benjamins in my pocket. You gonna try to make me feel guilty because I ain't fucking chicks like you do. Like, I don't see, just because every man doesn't throw his sexual life out there, and not, mind you, let's do a commercial break real quick. Public service announcement. I'm not judging on how any man spends his money, his time, or his energy. I'm not coming like that. I'm not dick watching. I'm not pocket watching. What I'm saying is, every brother ain't for you to hang out with because they dick watching and pocket watching. When another man tells you, you ain't fucked in 3 days, you dick watching. You will never hear me ask you dudes that. You guys get off the plane. If I don't see you for 5 days, you will never hear Andre say, so did you get you a little something since you've been here? That ain't none of my business. You're a grown ass man. Your journey is your journey. That's why Kevin says successful, value yourself men hang out with successful, value themselves men. I never forgot that. Just a couple weeks ago, I was like, dude, let that man enjoy his journey. We got 100 people in the building that I like. 100 people in this chat that I know that I like. So make sure you click that like button to show me that you like me too, man. We about to get started after these super chats. We about to get started back to hearing what Kevin Samuels had to say. He said, I agree with that. Deal with the women with something to lose. Absolutely correct, brother. And there's so many women out here that want us. There's so many women out here that desire us, man. That's the other part that kind of throws me off. And I know I'm going off base. There are so many women in these countries that they love the fact that we got off that plane. Many of the dudes in their home countries don't walk with an air of confidence like we do from the West. Say what they will about us. American men are cocky, arrogant, rude. Say what you will, but you love that confidence. It's something about a man from Canada. It's something about a man from UK. It's something about a man that's from the United States that make you want to look. He ain't from here. Why? It's just something about him. He's got the same features as us. He's got the same complexion as us, but it's something about how those men from the States walk and carry themselves when they're confident men. I ain't talking about Pookie Ray Ray with Timberlands on the beach in Sosua. I'm talking about the rest of us who are just everyday men coming from the States. There is something about you that is like a cologne, dude, that attracts these women in other countries where you ain't got to go through the ups and downs that a lot of these guys in other countries do. So when you sit back, you play yourself short by putting the women on the pedestal and say, I'll pay for that. Whatever you want, baby, I'll play for that. You don't realize that it's a woman right around the corner that look just like her that you could have got her phone number. I'm telling y'all dudes, man, women love us in other countries. Love us. And you never give them a chance. That's the frustrating part for me. I'm like, man, y'all only knew how these women be like, man, you got some friends? You got some friends? This is why I rock with you. Shout out to my man Arthur Will. Arthur Will is in the building, always on tour on people's channel supporting. He said, this is where I walk with you. Unlike other passport bros who shall remain nameless, you keep it 100 for not selling us wolf tickets. Yeah, I try my best, Will. I really do try my best because in all sincerity, I wish somebody had told me these things or was around. In other words, was around. Shout out my man, Quiet Storm also. He said, I agree with that, Dre. Speak those facts. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for being here. Also, my man in the building. Cut from a different cloth. He said, whoremonger, as you and others have explained, Colombia does not have a hookup culture. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. If y'all want to know why these low-level women get away with what they get away with, why these pay-for-play chicks get away with overcharging y'all, why these women that are scammers are able to scam y'all, you want to know the answer? Cut from a different cloth just told you the answer. I kid you not, in all sincerity. Cut from another cloth told you the number one reason why the price for pay-for-play has gone up over at least, since I've been here, 125%. Why scammers are scamming on record levels. Why dudes that's getting drugged and knocked out and robbed in record numbers. The number one reason is because American dudes come from a country where getting pussy is so easy. It's a hookup culture. And they know it. They know where we're from. They know that we come from a country where you can look at a female, she look at you, and an hour later, if it takes that long, you got her bent over somewhere. You got her in the ladies' bathroom like she's Scarface sister. For all the Scarface movie fans, you know what I'm talking about, that bathroom scene. Scarface went in there and pulled his sister out the toilet. She about to get smashed. These women are not stupid in these countries. They know these Americans are used to, these Canadians, these people from UK, from the West, are used to getting sex immediately. Our country's not wired like that. So let's pretend they could get sex immediately from us too. And while we pretend, girl, let's scam them. While we pretend that you can get hooked up in Colombia, let's rob them. While we pretend, let's raise the prices on them. That's how you dudes keep getting got. That's why Razor Ray, shout out to Razor Ray, that's why he'll never run out of content, because there'll always be some thirsty American, thirsty Canadian, thirsty European, always coming to this country with that American, with that westernized thirst that we were raised in, assuming every country is like that. Because the women that you met in those countries, in Cartagena, the city of Cartagena, the city of Sosúa, the city of Pattaya, were all party girls. So all the women in Thailand must be like this. All the women in Colombia must be like that. All the women in DR must be like that. Hook up. No. They play on the fact that you come from a hookup culture, dudes. And they getting paid. As long as you thirsty, it's going to always be some women that's going to get paid off you, whether it be a pay-for-play chick or a scammer or a party girl. They're going to always get paid because you thirsty, coming from a thirsty ass country. I had to learn not to be a part of that. 100% correct. I had to learn not to be a part. I had to learn that here in Colombia, you're going to get I mean, bruh, when Andrea said no to me, the first night, I like you, I want you, but you ain't gonna get it tonight, and you might not get it tomorrow. Kid you not. Man, I'm looking at her crazy. Why? Because I come from a country where you get it in 15 minutes. You can get coochie, you can get pussy faster than you get a pizza. In the United States. I'm gonna say that again. It take them 30 minutes to get the pizza. Man, I done had pussy a lot faster than that. Plenty of times. Man, by the time I open up the doorknob, by the time they hit the bedroom, panties on the floor right here, shoes over there. I can't tell you what her name, dude. My uncle can tell you, Jeff Ghostface. I told y'all the story one time, dude. I met this chick online months, bad little sister too, months ago. Probably talked to her on the phone twice. Well, if you're ever in my side of the city, come on through. Dude, I'm sitting up there just watching television at the crib. Jeffrey in the other room, he relaxing, doing his thing. Knock on the door. It was the hot chick that I met online a few months before. She just so happened to go into a club in Tampa on our side of the city. She not toe up, but she feeling good as far as drinking. She ain't wobbling, but she feeling good. And she want to fuck. Dude, I couldn't tell you that female name for nothing, but I know who it was. She was in there just long enough for me to knock on the door, introduce her to Jeffrey, let Jeffrey know I had a little company in here. Take her to the to the bedroom, break her back in. Condoms included. Let her shower, kick her out. Still couldn't tell you what her name was. I'm used to that in the United States. You're used to that in the United States. You're used to that in Europe. You're used to that in other parts in UK. You're used to that in Canada. We're used to being able to get instantaneous coochie. And these women know it when we come to countries that's not instantaneous. So the scammer uses it against us. The pay for play raises the price, using it against us. The party girls, you want to be with me? You want this? Then you gonna buy top shelf drinks at the clubs. We doing VIP because they know that we some thirsty motherfuckers because we come from thirsty countries. And that's what's going on. And that's why dudes get caught up, because Colombia, and you guys some of you guys cannot believe that I'm the only one that's saying this. It is not a hookup culture. And no other YouTuber has said it. All these other YouTubers that's been down here. Now, one of them has told you, by the way, bruh, with the average Colombian woman, you ain't gonna get that coochie the first couple of days, bruh. Unless you already established something, like you met her online and y'all been dating for a few months online, and then y'all been doing FaceTime, and then you come to town, okay, now you might get it then. But if you just meet her at the grocery store, at the mall, and y'all really hit it off that good, oh bro, no. And I can tell you that's a fact. And anybody else that try to tell you that Andre lying, prove me wrong. Get you a regular Colombian woman and prove me wrong. This is not a hookup culture. Why? Because Colombian women don't know what man to trust and what man not to trust. You got to realize Colombia they're just getting out of maybe 15, 20 years of major drug wars. They're just coming out of an era where women have been getting, and kids, young ladies have been getting kidnapped for 15, 20 years. Women don't know who to trust. See, you don't know that. If you don't live here, you don't know that. You just think about the drug sales, the Pablo Escobar. You don't think about what took place here. All the deaths, the murders that took place, all the women that have come amiss, and all the little girls from 16, 14, 17 years old, 21 years old, missing, never to be seen again. So when Colombian women ain't gonna stop on the street for you, because they mama and they aunties taught them, you don't stop in the middle of the street for no dude, not on a regular basis, because they just getting out of 14, 15, 16, 20 years of that. And girls have never been seen again. And so when a Colombian woman tell you, I like you, I'm with you, but you can't get it the first day until I get to know you at least a couple days. Why? Because the last females that was open like that, they came up missing, never to be seen again. But you don't know that because you come from a hookup culture where you can get pussy faster than pizza. So who plays on you? The scammer, the pay for play, and the party girl. And that's why Kevin Samuel said you need a group of good brothers that can help you maneuver through whatever country, I'm putting it in our terms of traveling, that can help you maneuver through whatever country you're going to. I hear these stories. Oh, dude, I've got tens of stories about Colombia that the average YouTuber will never tell you. The story I just told you guys, they don't tell you. Even right now, instead of kidnapping the girls just right out the streets, what they do is they pay teenage boys now. They give them a scooter. The boys start flirting with the girls walking down the street. Let's exchange numbers. They exchange numbers. Start talking for a couple of days, and then he'd be like, what you doing? Nothing. I'm gonna come pick you up on my scooter. My mama said I can't go. Girl, you a woman to me. You ain't a girl. I'm gonna come pick you up on my scooter, at least after school. And she ain't tell her parents nothing. This is talking about now. So she get on the back of the boy's scooter. The boy take her right to where the drug dealer is, or the gang leader is, or the drug lord is, to take that young lady's virginity, because they think virginity is like a spiritual thing here. Take the girl's virginity. Either they're gonna drop her off in the street, or that girl in Colombia will never be seen again. Ever. And you think women's supposed to give you pussy automatically because you done took your app, you done got off a plane, and they supposed to trust you. And they know the Colombian men, and they don't trust them. And you a total stranger. And they see what you do on TV with the mass deletions. Come on now. These women supposed to trust us. They see us on TV with mass deletions in our country. They see us with road rage in our country. They see us as rude the way we talk to people when we come to their country. They see us as selfish in our countries. But she's supposed to give you the pussy the first day. She's supposed to literally, you just walked up to her in the mall, got her WhatsApp, y'all chopped it up for a few hours, and she went out to dinner with you. And you really think just because you got the pussy over a meal in the States, you supposed to get it like that in Thailand. You supposed to get it like that in Bali. You supposed to get it like that in Japan. You supposed to get it like that in France. You supposed to get it. Not every country is a fucking hookup culture. Until we come to that conclusion, you dudes will keep paying extra price for pay for play, because them women play y'all. Y'all get played because they know that you come from a hookup country and your thirsty ass don't know how to sit down for a couple of days. And since you don't know how to sit your ass down for a few days until somebody give you some pussy, you gonna pay. You gonna get scammed. You gonna pay extra for the party girl. Every time. And I see it. This ain't nothing that I'm hearing. I ain't spreading no rumors. This is something I see all the time. These women, like, if he can't wait 3 days, if he can't wait 2 days to get some pussy from a regular female here, cool. We gonna charge him out the ass. We gonna rob him. We gonna scam him. We gonna drug him. We gonna party up all his money. And then after he got our pussy, we gonna rinse and repeat and make the next dude do the same thing, because they don't even know how to wait 3 days in their country. They don't know nothing about that in their country. They cuss women out if they don't get the pussy after a good meal in their country. And since they so thirsty in their country, you come here and you don't get the pussy for 3 days. Don't worry about it, baby. We'll rob you and scam you and trick you and lie to you and convince you to pay extra prices, because you don't know how to sit your ass down and wait for a day or two to get some pussy. And I'll be looking at y'all, and I promise you, I'll be laughing my ass off. I used to be the dude that be like, oh, brother, look out now. Make sure, be safe. I don't do none of that shit no more. I be laughing. I be sitting back with my popcorn and my drinks, and I be laughing, kicking my feet up, laughing my ass off. Every time one of you brother get drugged, I'm laughing. Every time somebody get robbed, I'm laughing. Because you think you grown, you don't need no group of men, you don't need a network, you don't need a friend, you don't need advice. Can't nobody tell you shit. You think everybody dick watching, everybody pocket watching. So when you get got, don't get mad, bruh. Like my mom used to say, you better scratch your ass and get glad. Because I'm eating my popcorn. I'm sitting back looking at you niggas. Look, another one. I'm up at night watching Razor Rays with the rest of y'all. I'm donating to Razor Ray Cerveza Fund. Laughing my ass off. Another stupid motherfucker got robbed. This motherfucker. And it's usually, check it out. Why is it always within the first 3 days y'all get robbed, or within the last 3 days before y'all leave y'all get robbed? You ever notice that? Either you thirsty than a motherfucker the first 3 days before when you first come to these countries, or you thirsty than a motherfucker the last 3 days before you leave the country. And that's when you dudes usually get caught up. Now some of y'all scratching your head like, damn, it was within the first couple of days I did get caught. I didn't even know Lulu was on some shit like that. It's always your first 3 days and your last 3 days. Y'all be getting caught, and I be laughing my ass off. I be laughing. I be rocking in a rocking chair, sitting on the front porch of life. Look at these stupid motherfuckers still out here getting robbed. Razor Ray, you see this shit? DC Rob, you see this dumb motherfucker? You need a group of positive men that have a high value of themselves, not an ego, but value themselves, know how women in these other countries really value you, to be around that could teach you to value yourself. And some of you dudes, this is the last thing I'm gonna say in regards to groups before I hit these cash apps, and these super chats, and we're going back to Kevin. You need a no man. One of the worst things that's ever happened to brothers that travel is damn near everybody in your group is a yes man. You his yes man, he your yes man, everybody yes manning. Hey, bro, I got some bitches coming. All right, dog. How many? Dude, I got some weed for you, dog. I smoke, I blaze, dog. Bruh, I know we ain't supposed to be jumping in this cab on this side of the city this time of night, but come on, bro, let's go. We about to head it. I'm in. I have never, outside of probably entertainers, hip hop artists, guys that are in sports and ladies that are in sports, where everybody in their crew are yes people. A rapper got a bunch of yes men. A football player, because he got the big contract, guy, yes man. Basketball player. The lady with the reality show, all her girlfriends are yes men. I thought that was the equivalent of yes men and yes women that I was gonna ever see until I started traveling. Y'all some yes men motherfuckers extraordinaire. Y'all the most yes man motherfucker. Y'all ain't got no courage. Y'all need to go see the wizard, because you ain't got no fucking courage to tell nobody. It's rare I see somebody tell a motherfucker no. Hey, or tell them, dog, y'all can go on, man. I'm good, dog, I'm good. You sure you don't want to smoke none of this Colombian weed? Instead of saying, nigga, I don't know what's in that Colombian weed. That might not all be weed. Now, I don't smoke, I'm just talking for the weed dudes. You got chicks in there, they just pouring drinks. Your boy got chicks in there, they just pouring drinks. Y'all got the reggaeton popping. You don't know what they done popped off in them drinks. But because you yes man with your boy by letting these chicks in to y'all Airbnb, y'all some, man, I swear, I thought yes men was like for entertainers, dudes that had a lot of money, and then they had the crew of dudes like 50 Cent dudes that yes men. They just, not saying that everybody with 50 Cent was yes men, but I'm saying dudes that be around famous people and they just agree with whatever they say. Until I start traveling, it don't matter what country you go to, it's a bunch of yes men and motherfuckers everywhere you. Yes man, you agree with everything. How come you agree with everything that a brother say that you ain't know prior to the group of dudes or prior to traveling? It ain't like you saying yes to dudes that you grew up with since you was 15. You just met this dude on a trip, or maybe 2 trips before, or a trip last year, or a travel group, and you agree with everything this dude. He from Baltimore. You from Milwaukee. Y'all don't know shit about each other, but you just saying yes to every damn thing he say. He say yes to everything you say. You need a no man in your group. You need a that's all right dude. See me, I'm a that's all right dude. Hey Dre, we going to so-and-so. That's all right. Hey Dre, we about to hang out. Dre, we about to do it big, baby. All right, man, y'all have a good time, man. I'm gonna be chilling. That's all right. I got some plan. I got a little something playing myself. That's all right. Hey Dre, we got some ladies coming through. Coming through where? Okay, y'all have fun, man. I'm about to go. I'm about to go hang out with my little friend on the other side of the city. Oh, that dude Dre funny style. He wasn't a funny style ass nigga. Say what you will. I'm a that's all right man. I'm a no man. I'm the first one to tell you, hell no. Dude's been trying to get me to go to the east side. My boys down here in Cali. Hey Dre, what you doing right now? Nothing. Hey man, my boy having, one of our boys having his birthday party. Ain't gonna be nothing but sisters over there with big booties. Come on through. What side of town y'all on? We on the east side. About what? No, see that? No, I'm gonna stay here with Andrea. I'm good. That's all right. I'm telling you, Dre, you know, it's good Afro-Colombian natural sisters over here that you can get to know and network with, bruh. Business women over here. You said the east side of Cali, right? Yeah, that's all right. I'm good. Plenty of partners. Dude, these dudes been trying to get me to go on the east side of Cali. Gotta be. And I've driven through east side of Cali and dropped people off over here and there. But to be there? No. And they know, and they keep asking, hey, Dre, and these my dogs. These ain't like regular dudes. These my partners here in Cali. Oh, you ain't coming through, dog? Nah, man. That's all right. I'm cool, dog. Man, I drive a vehicle that looks like it ain't got no business being over there. Are you crazy? And it definitely looks like it ain't got no business being over there at night. No. But some of y'all don't know how to do that. Soon as somebody say, you mean big booty chicks, big booty sisters? I'm going to the east side, bro. I'm in. Not me. And I'll let y'all go. Soon as the fellas be like, you want to come through? And the rest of y'all be like, yeah, I'm going through. I don't be like, oh man, you shouldn't go over there. No, I don't. I told y'all I don't be checking no grown ass man. If y'all want to go with them fellas to the east side, and y'all might go and come back the next day and say, Dre, I had one of the best times here. Thank you, brother. No, thank them brothers. Because if it was up to me, I wouldn't have took your ass to the east side. And I'd be happy for you. Don't get me wrong. You'll never hear me criticize and talk about you, but sometimes you need a dude that's gonna tell you, nah, bro, that's all right. Some dudes can't do that. Shout out to Quiet Storm in the building for the $10. He said, great content as usual, Andre. Keep cooking. Keep cooking. Theo's in the building. Hey, Theo, I need to talk to you anyway. I need to find out what's going on and how things have been going with the conclave. I've been hearing good things, man. I like to just hear what your perspective is. Yeah, a couple of guys that's been there. The Manosphere Conclave in Atlanta with the brothers coming together. Theo's one of the speakers, one of the instructors there. And I've been hearing some good stuff coming out of there, man. I'm really considering seriously coming to the event next year. Because just to see all you brothers coming suited and booted. Oh, yeah. He said, I just watched a Q Colombian for marriage. And he said, I just want a Q Colombian for marriage and children. No pay for play. Yet will support a marriage. Plenty of women out here like that. There are plenty of women down here, man. Dude, I'm talking about some fine ones. Dudes, I keep trying to tell y'all my secret. Hey, when you approach a woman, ask for directions. I don't care if you ask for directions to the bathroom, directions to the mall, directions to a club. It's just an icebreaker. Like I said, one brother, he's been with his girlfriend a year and a half now. He asked her for directions to the bus station while he was standing at the bus station. I did say they've been together a year and a half now. Now, normally I wouldn't recommend asking anybody that's walking by, but since she was already standing at the bus station, he already standing at the bus station. Kind of like, let me ask for directions. Number 2, get you a nerd chick, dude. Get you a regular, hard-working that just looking for a good man, hot nerd chick, dude. I kid y'all not. There are some of the most beautiful, just really bookworm, really just down to earth. She likes to go dancing. She likes to go party, but she's not the life of the party. Like Andrea. Andrea likes to go out. She's a Colombian. She likes to go out dance festive, but she doesn't have to be the life of the party, the loudest one at the party. Dude, and I kid y'all not, man. I be out there on the dance floor and I be dancing with some of the hottest nerd chicks, dude. This one sister a couple weeks ago, woo, bad. And all I'm thinking to myself, like, y'all keep on skipping past all these beautiful women. Theo, ain't gonna be nothing but the ladies left for you, brother. It's gonna be the ladies left for you. I keep trying to tell them, dudes. They want party girls. Party girls only last for so long. Cause even when your hustling days are gone, she'll be back. So, even when those spinners stop spinning and all those gold digging women disappear, she'll still be here. Must be nice. That's what you dudes need to be looking for. He said, you tell him, Andre, he said, this is why I'm traveling to Africa. It's off the beaten path. And the negative stigmas scares away those thirsty Western mongers. That's absolutely correct. I use it too. Reptilian, I use it too. I use the fear of Colombia to my advantage. You don't come here. You right. I lost an organ already. They tried to get me for a second organ. Don't come to Brazil. I kid you not. I use the fear that Americans have of these countries. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I use the fear that Americans have of these countries we travel to the nth degree. I heard Cali was dangerous. It is, man. Don't come to Cali. It's on the endangered species list of places to go to. Don't come to Cali, Colombia. I use it to my advantage. I don't be telling people don't come. I mean, tell them to come. I use that to my advantage. You absolutely right, brother. To keep all the riffraff away. Father of many nations, he said, blessings, fam. Thank you for the $10, brother. He said, I just want to say I appreciate you and the diamonds you are dropping. Funny that I was just thinking about how brothers are really simps overseas and then advertise their simpness, their simpish ways online. That is so, brothers. These brothers don't even realize the ammunition that they give the women in the States to make TikTok videos. Two things go on that keeps me laughing with the online. Bruh, all you dudes that post pictures with pay-for-play chicks and you think we don't know it. We laughing at you. We are not, we'll put in the comment section, oh man, she fine, dog. Oh man, she looking good. But in real life, we like, look at this dumb motherfucker actually think that we don't know that he bought that pussy. We know. We men like you. You think we don't know that the females that you got in that picture, you purchased those. Ain't nothing wrong with purchasing them, but don't be pretending like you just walked up in the club and you grabbed 3 chicks and they was all on you, and all of a sudden they just ripping your clothes. Come on, man, you ain't Elvis. You ain't Prince. Stop it. Come on, man. You ain't got the lie to us, Craig. You ain't got the lie to Kicking, Craig. Don't lie to us. We be laughing, dog. I'm gonna tell you that now. All you dudes that think that you posting pay for play and your fellow travel now, regular brothers in the States that's looking at your Facebook or your Instagram that don't know, or looking at your cell phone in a barbershop that don't know because they don't travel, oh, you can get away with that with them. They actually think that you coming up like that. Your fellow brothers that travel, Negro, please. We laughing our ass off. He absolutely correct. He said, and then he said, I'm going back to the second sentence. He said, I was just thinking about how brothers are really simps overseas and then advertise their simpish ways online for the next dude to come down to a country simping. Is it that easy to get women in Colombia? Yeah, man. The women in Colombia, they throw it out there. They just give it to you like, and then when you get here and you find out that the average Colombian women don't do one night stands, don't give it to you the first night. Now you got to run to the party girl, the pay for play, and the scammer. Why? Because you listen to what this knucklehead had to say. He didn't tell you the truth that the females in his Instagram and on his videos, those were paper play chicks. And nothing wrong with it, but don't be pretending like they real chicks, like real Colombian chicks, real Brazilian chicks, regular chicks that's in Carthage. No, dude, stop that, man. Quiet Storm in the building once again. He said, thank you for the $10. Appreciate you, man. He said, I'm in Tokyo. He said, I'm in Tokyo right now. The dudes I see here getting scammed is staggering. So we wouldn't have thought about that with Tokyo, see? He said, my friends that live here, including Japanese women, do that. Show me the evidence everywhere we go. Andre ain't lying. Yeah. No matter where we go, there's always a group of party girls in a country, a group of pay-for-play girls in a country, and a group of scammers, women that are waiting for you to get off a plane in every country. Because you so thirsty that, and they know it. And since you regular women are going to tell you, I like you, but I'm not going to sex you on the first night in most countries. Not all, but in most. These three groups are waiting for your ass when you get off the plane because they know that you thirsty like that. And you were raised in a hookup culture. Father Many Nations, once again, he says, speaking of professional groups, we'll be in Houston this month for the trucking car. I didn't even know truckers had conferences. Shout out to the truckers. He said, can't grow only. You need a group. I mean, can't grow only or lonely. You do need a group, no matter where you are. That's how I mentioned this the other day. That's how we accomplish everything that we've accomplished on social media, on YouTube with all the channels. I've never done this by myself. Any YouTuber that's been successful, any YouTuber that's made it over, I say at least over 40, 50,000 subscribers, did not do it by themselves. Man, you're not, if you know how many late night phone calls I've had with Ace Live, long before he got 100,000. Richie Mack, long before he got 100,000. My man Dave from the Tech Show. All of us have been working together for so long. When the cameras go off and we're just sitting here editing videos, it's us up in the middle of the night encouraging each other at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Over there, it can be 3 o'clock in the morning here, I'm working, but Richie know that I'm working, and it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon in Thailand, so we chopping it up on the phone. We're chopping up on the phone while he's editing in Thailand. I'm editing here, and we're growing together. Like Kevin just said, a rising tide raises all ships. We did it all together. None of this is coincidental that all of us have over 100,000 subscribers. Nobody could do it alone. All of us did it together. And so it is in every area, including travel. Theo's in the building. He said the conclave was literally amazing. It was beyond he said it was beyond expectations. He said, I cannot express my gratitude enough. We talk about you often, Andre. I'll be in Cali next year. Shout out to you for being here in Cali next year. He said, let's talk. Nerd girl, please. Yes. I love the nerd girls. And there's so many nerd girl. There's so many organizations and groups. Like nerd girls go to language exchanges. Like, you know, when you're going out for some drinks and they go to the bar, nerd girls be going to that. Nerd girls they got meetup.com here, just like they got meetup.com in the States. It's called meetup.co in Colombia. So if you want to go bowling, or if you want to learn this or that, if you want to do, I don't care if you're doing book clubs. I don't care if you just want to do salsa classes. I don't care if you want to just do language exchange. I don't care it's 2 major golf courses out here. If you want to meet some females with money, and the cool part about Colombia, it ain't this is only a white golf club, country club. No, as long as you got money, They don't care nothing about this. They don't care nothing about that. If you got money, come on to these country clubs in South America. It ain't like the States where, well, if you are not the right type, you cannot get the f out of here. Nerd girls be up there playing golf. Nerd girls be the one getting off work on lunch break downtown. Y'all don't never say none of them. They be fine as mother. We walking back and be nerd. Y'all be thinking like, ain't nobody that fine a nerd. In South America, they are. Some of the finest chicks you'll see are some nerd girls. Kid you not. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. That tip, if I was single, dude, before I got married, kid you not, person I was dating in Cartagena was college professor, and she was a college professor, and she was an attorney. She was working hard to become a judge in Bogota. The lady, I think I told you guys this before, the lady that was over the transit system, the roads, she was like the head in Bogota of the transit. In Medellin, an attorney. In also a woman that just opened up 2 Middle Eastern restaurants. She was a Brazilian. She had just moved to Medellin. She was opening up 2 Middle Eastern restaurants in Medellin. And she, at one point in time, she was a supermodel in a beauty pageant contestant in Brazil back in the day. And she used to work on their version of Sports Center before she moved to Medellin. And I'm just a regular dude like y'all in t-shirt. And y'all keep best. Okay. Keep on thinking I'm stupid. Why you think I end up with a tax accountant? Nerd girls. He said if you met a Japanese chick in, I can't even pronounce that. Chances that you are, chances are that she's been ran through more times than the Shuto Express, which I'm gonna have to look that up, the Shuto, so I can understand that joke. Let's get back to Kevin. Shout the wheel in the building. Move me out of the way, bring Kevin back in. I'll slide this back a little bit so we could go back to the context of what he was saying. He was talking about having a group of partners, professional as well as private. We've got 110 people in here. Make sure all 110 people click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too.
Say, I'm going to take what's already working and improve upon that. That's what smart, working smarter, not harder. But see, this way feeds your ego. Oh, but you're going to have to check that ego, because you're not going to ascend higher. You're going to cap yourself at your ego, because there's a lot of eating shit you're going to have to do as you try to become a high value man. As you try to increase your value, there's a lot of eating shit, because you're going to have to sit in Atlanta in a Jamie position, in a Tywin position, in a Littlefinger position, in a Varys position to Tywin Lannister. You're going to have to sit in a Tyrion position. I'm sorry. You're going to have to shut up and do what Tywin says, even if you think he's wrong, because he's the man. And other groups seem to get this. And guys who can do this, who can learn to eat shit, shut up, tend to learn the EQ skills necessary to move up and deal with other men of value. Get a group, it's a mindset. Then there's also a fitness component. Guys, you got to be an athlete for life. You can't get to be 350 pounds, type 2 diabetes. Come on, man, you got to be a fitness. You got to get fit. You don't have to be a muscle-bound weightlifter, but you need to be fit, functional muscle. You need to add work, keep your core tight, flexibility, eat a healthy, balanced diet. There's a fitness component. There's also several things you need to master. You need some martial mastery. Dude, you need to learn how to get your hands and your feet calibrated. See, one thing I never really talk about is my martial arts background. But trust me, I learned early on that I'm going to have a lot of fights on my hands with guys. Early on, I realized that there were guys who were going to be upset with me, jealous of me, not liking me because I had I had curly hair, and women liked it because women liked me. Let's just put it right out there. Guys were going to be mad because women liked me and I was smart. So I wasn't just a good-looking guy and a dumbass. So I was smart. So I knew I was going to have a lot of jealous haters. So guess what? I started Taekwondo early. And I knocked several mother suckers out quick. So it got around that you ain't going to be punking me. I was thin, light in the ass, but I would knock you the fuck out. The word got around OKC real quick. Mess with him if you want to. He will beat your ass and take your girl. And ain't nothing changed. Checking that ego that I said early on is a big portion of becoming high value. A lot of guys deter themselves off value because their ego is out of control. They can't shut up. They always got to be right. They always want to fight. And they think they're the baddest and they're not. And they stay in lower level stuff and they never can ascend past their ego. Because the guys that are up here that would work with them like, if you want to. He will beat your ass and take your girl. And ain't nothing changed. Checking that ego that I said early on is a big portion of becoming high value. A lot of guys deter themselves off value because their ego is out of control. They can't shut up. They always got to be right. They always want to fight. And they think they're the baddest and they're not. And they stay in lower level stuff and they never can ascend past their ego. Because the guys that are up here that would work with them like, no. Hothead, troublemakers, bad for business. Mastering something else. What are you a master of? When I was in sales, my goal was to become a top sales professional, President's Club. I wanted to be a top closer. A, B, C. Always be closing. I wanted to be so good that when my competitors from other companies realized that we were in on the bid, I wanted them to say, shit. Who's running lead on the account? Kevin Samuels. Shit.
We're going to pause it right there for a second. Shout out to my man, official KB in the building. Thank you for the $4.99, brother. He said, the only girls that I smashed the first night were girls that I put in months talking to in Colombia before I got there. Absolutely correct. No pay for play. They were college girls. That's it. Just build rapport before you get here with women that have something to lose, that they're working towards something, that they're trying to accomplish something. Like Kevin was just saying. Kevin just mentioned a couple things. Kevin mentioned, let me make sure I got everybody. Kevin mentioned first, he said, there's a point in time when it comes to, I'm gonna put it in travel. You're gonna have to eat some shit. I'll say that again. There's a time when it comes to travel, you gotta eat some shit. What does that mean when it comes to travelers? What I'm saying is there's a time where you're going to need to be on learner mode. Remember how when I first reached out to Ace, hey brother, could you just show me some spots? You got to be on learner mode. Some of y'all doing the consultations, realize you got to be on learner mode. You're reaching out to us for consultations. You're doing Theo's classes on learner mode. There's a time where you got to be on learner mode. That's what the eating shit moment is. It means that you're not focused on your ego. You don't think that you know everything. You don't know how to shut the fuck up. You do when you on learner mode. On learner mode, you like, you know what? Let me sit back and just listen and learn. Let me hear what Theo is doing. Let me reach out to Andre for consultations or reach out to other brothers. Let me be on learner mode. Let me not put my, like Kevin just said, put my ego to the side. Some of you dudes still doing pay for play, like I said. Nothing wrong. I'm going to keep saying this. There's nothing wrong with the pay for play. I understand, brothers. I'm with you. But some of y'all doing pay for play just because y'all fucking ego. I just bought 3 bitches. Not for the sex. But because of the sex with 3 women, cater to your fucking ego. Because you know back in the States, you'll never get 3 bad bitches like that. Nah, I was, but not you. I was in that swinger world, but you wasn't. So in the States, I was doing what you already paying for. I'm not saying that in an egotistical way. But what I'm saying is a lot of dudes do stuff in other countries. You go to DR, you getting you a three, have a threesome to cater to your ego. Cause your fat ass can't really keep up with no 2 women anyway. Let's go back to what Kevin said, that you need to be a person that focuses on fitness for life. I was just reading an article before this show that was telling that Kevin died of hypertension. Even though Kevin was a lot of guys don't remember, Kevin Samuels was a cycling instructor, open road as well as in the gym. He focused on fitness, exercise, taking care of your health, all those things. But the one thing he didn't focus on, proper sleep, not being stressed the fuck out. You got the media coming down on you. Think about it, you got a whole country of women that hate your fucking guts. You got a percentage of men that are jealous of you, envy you, hate you. The moment that you wake up, there's nothing on social media but vitriol for your existence on the planet. The lies they spread about you. You're gay. You're this, you're that shit is stressful. No matter how much you exercise and you take care of yourself and you got peace and you meditate, at the end of the day, that shit is stressful, having a whole country of women hating you and a percentage of other men jealous or hating you. A percentage of simps that's like, it don't take all that, brother. You got the goddamn Umar stressing them out. Not just Umar alone, there was a bunch of other jealous ass brothers that were doing what Kevin did for years. The same talking points, the same statements, the same interviews, but they were ghetto. Kevin was truly a high value, clean man in his real life. So at the end of the day, that made a lot of dudes jealous to the mother. You got to carry that stress. Not only the stress of now you're doing consultations with people from around the world. You got a consultation with 3 people in New York today. Oh, there's a dude from Egypt calling you, so you can't go to sleep because he calling you during the daytime in Egypt, from Egypt. At the same time, another dude reaching out to you tonight when you think you can get some sleep. They reaching out to you from UK, but you got a live stream tonight. And then tomorrow afternoon, after your live stream, you got Instagram. No, that's what got Kevin that hypertension. That was the one area of his health that he should have made sure he looked out for. And so should we. But I'm gonna tell you guys now, some of us, we over 40, many of us over 40, over 50, over 60, we need to start focusing on our health. You know your dick ain't working like it used to. I'm gonna put it even better. You know your dick ain't working like you want it to, right? Your dick ain't working like you want it to. You wish you could do a real honest threesome without having to pay somebody, don't you? You wish you could get the 3 women to just fuck and suck the shit out. You know your dick can't stay hard enough for 3 women. You know that. Because you are out of shape than a motherfucker. And you think just because you got a few dollars in your pocket, your fat ass can just get over on everybody. The only thing that you're going to get is you're going to be disheartened, because I hear the stories all the time. I'll never forget the one story I heard. The one brother said, he said, I had 3, he said, it was me and my boy. He said, it was 3 of us in the Airbnb. He said, we go out to the club with my girl, who brought her girlfriends. So it was 3 dudes, 3 girls. We having a great time. Now notice, we're talking about party girls, having a great time. He said, go back to the Airbnb. He said, I'm fucking the dog shit out of my girl in my spot. He said, the 2 dudes are in the living room with the 2 women. Ain't nobody fucking. Ain't nobody sucking. The women were like, okay, let's go back to y'all room and let's get this party started. These dudes couldn't even get their fucking dick hard. Brother told us the rest of the story. He said, you know what ended up happening? When them 2 dudes went to sleep, he said, the women, my girl's friends, end up coming into my room, and I fucked and sucked and enjoyed, and those women sucked me dry, my girl and her 2 girlfriends, while them lame motherfuckers was in their Airbnb rooms sleep, because their fat asses couldn't get their dick hard for the women that were laying in their bed not even an hour before. I'll never forget that story. And the brother wasn't trying to brag. He wasn't being facetious. He was talking about health. He was talking about the fact, like, dudes, we getting older. You an older dude that like younger women, you better start getting your fat ass in somebody's gym. You better start getting a diet and start putting that cheese down. You from Detroit, no more Coley Islands for you. Some of you dudes need Roscoe's. What, all you LA dudes, what the fuck you eating chicken and waffles for? Them days done. All you dudes that like Coca-Cola and Pepsi, Mountain Dew addiction, you Faygo loving motherfuckers, that's for little kids. All them flavors of Faygo, the grape flavors, the moonshine flavor, the cherry flavor Faygo. Your body is telling you that certain things. You remember when we used to watch the Huxtables, the Cosby Show. Remember when Bill used to have to sneak to eat the little Subway sandwich? I mean, the submarine sandwich. He'd make him. He hoped there wasn't nobody around, and he just sneaked them in. You know why? Because he had a family that cared enough for him to make sure that his ass didn't bust his fucking heart open. Guess who's like that right now? Your boy. I'd be like, man, I'd be staying in the gym. Andrea gone. I'm about to make this. And Andrea be like, and Andrea will come right in here. She did this the other day. I'm trying to see the paper. Andrea came in here the other day. See, I can sneak behind my wife's back and eat the submarine sandwich, which is the vegetarian version, of course. Or I can eat the fried fish. But Andrea keep me with so many checkups. Andrea sat me down the other day. Okay, I don't know what you eating, and I don't care. Your cholesterol is blah 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 blah. It used to be and it went down, but now it's back up. Okay, we're going to be working on that. Your sleep habits, you were doing good. Now you're off on the sleep. Okay. Your blood pressure, see, well, baby, it's not bad, but it's not good. We need to get that a little lower. I could sneak behind her back, eat all type of shit. But Andrea gonna have all that blood tests that so I can't even lie no more. Because she wants me to give a fuck about my health too. So I'm at that point, you know what, Dre? Ain't no use you sneaking around because Andre gonna know if you had that fried fish because the goddamn cholesterol gonna tell. She'll sit down with the chart. She'll be so calm. Okay. I don't know what you've been eating, but yeah. Your cholesterol is blah, blah, over, blah, 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 blah. That's really too high, babe. Yeah, we're going to cut back on. Yeah, we're not going to buy this anymore either. You got to start, we as men have to start focusing on our health. Viagra, I saw somebody put the Viagra in the building. The Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, that shit gonna only work for so long. And you still gotta wait around. You gotta make sure you take that shit at the right time. Like, okay, I plan on fucking somebody in 20 minutes. So now you gotta drop it in your, hope that it go through your bloodstream right in time before the female show up. If it don't work at the right time, the female sitting up there looking at her watch, you looking at your watch, waiting for your Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra to kick in. When all you had to do was take your unhealthy ass to a gym. When all you had to do was leave them goddamn Fagos and Mountain Dews and goddamn Starbursts and all that kitty shit alone. That's all you had to do. She ain't ask you to buy her a goddamn expensive purse. She ain't asking for no jewelry. She just asked you to take your fat ass to a gym. Baby, buy me a purse. She ain't saying that. She said, if you're gonna spend your money on something, spend it on a gym membership. Get a trainer. I'm about to hire a trainer. No bullshit. I've been kind of checking out this particular person at the gym, and she's one of the trainers, and I'm like, she good. And so I've been pondering over like the last couple months. I say, and me and Andre, you know, we go to church. I mean, go to the gym, you know, at the same time all the time. Anyway, I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to hire a trainer. You know, maybe it's time. Maybe I'm at that stage where it's time to eat some shit. In other words, get on learner mode when it comes to my health. Not keep going to the gym acting like I can do it. No, maybe they know some things that I don't know. So, and I'm in Colombia, so hiring a trainer ain't that expensive. And I say, you know, hey, hire me a trainer for about 6 months or for the rest of the year and see the results I get. Kid you not. But y'all dudes like me, y'all love younger women. I'm gonna say that again. If y'all like me and you love those attractive, beautiful 30, 42, 32, 22, 25, 35, 45, beautiful younger women, younger than you are. Bruh, you gotta take care of your body, man. You gotta take care of your body. That's just straight up. Because I'm telling you something, if I was single, I'll take your bitch. Your fat ass. I wish the fuck I would. But like, girl, that's what you got? Come on, let's cheat, girl. I'm gonna show you how to cheat. She gonna take your money and she'll be fucking me. This Colombia, I already know how it works. See, Colombian men will never tell a woman to leave you. Never. Shit. Colombian men don't be like, leave your husband. That's some stateside bullshit. Colombian dudes be like, keep him and keep fucking me. And we all happy. Let him spend all his money on you and your kids. And you just keep fucking me. And that's how Colombian women do. They have a husband and they have a side boyfriend. The ones that do cheat. Not everybody's like that, but the ones that do cheat because your ass was cheating, that's what ends up happening. He said, not every parent's boy bro can live like Dre. I say, actually, eventually we all can get to, you know what, man, I'm gonna tell you something for real. Yes, we can. Other than dudes that got kids, when your kids get older, you can start living the same life that I live. Some of you dudes that are already retired, I don't see why the fuck you hang around the United States. You dudes that ain't got no kids, you already retired. You just got property in the States. You got family members and friends. I got that. but you always hear anyway. I don't say, well, how the fuck y'all still in the States? I really don't get it. Explain to me what's so fucking special about the States that you always hear anyway. You always hear. You got your pension. You ain't getting up in the morning going to work and shit. You got a couple of pieces of property and you got family. Now, if you're there for family, cool. But if you ain't got no, what the fuck I would? I ain't got no kids and I'm still in the United States. As miserable as that motherfucker going down in flames. And stop me when I'm lying. I tell everybody that. I'm like, man, please, statistically, the United States is going down in fucking flames. Stop it. There is no such thing as name the kingdom that stayed on top forever. The Roman Republic? No. Mesopotamia? Babylon? No. Gotta be the Chinese Empire. No. The Mongol Empire had to be still be on top. No. What about the British Empire? Is it still on top? No. There's no such thing as a kingdom or empire that stays on top forever. You ascend and you slowly descend. Now, did UK disappear forever? No. Did Egypt no longer the rulers who they used to be? Did Egypt disappear, or does Egypt still exist? Yes, it just went down, just descended to the level that it's in now. What about China? Did China disappear after it stopped ruling the world? I mean, ruling its area? No, it's just. What about Japan? Did it just stop ruling? No. You can still go see these locations, and it's gonna be the same thing for the United States. That we on top bullshit, it's just gonna be military. That's it. It's gonna be, America is on top for two things, guys. Let's be real. And I'm not criticizing my country. America is only on top in two areas: military, consumerism. That's it. Oh yeah, we invent a bunch of shit. Oh yeah, we invent something. Yeah, I give us that. I put like we like to invent stuff and create stuff like businesses and products and stuff. I got to give you that. But we do all that for consumerism, so somebody can buy it. We're number one in buying shit, in military, policing. That's it. And once Americans get so broke where we can't buy shit, that's going to be the fall of the United States. And that's what's showing up right now. Americans ain't got no money to buy shit no more. We're not backed by gold. We don't have nothing backing on. If the US dollar get ready to crumble, we don't have no shit to reach for to say, here, we can sell this. All we got is consumerism to keep our pillars of the United States afloat. And once American citizens get to the point where we are broke and we're like, listen, I ain't got no time to be buying no damn Gucci purse. I got rent due. America start. It's going to be just like every other country, a place where you visit. That's it. There's nothing bad about it. It's just, that's how the world works. One country goes up, another country goes down, another country goes up, another country goes. It just works like that. And we just think America gonna be on top forever. Y'all keep on doing that. You see, I still want to visit Egypt. Yeah. I'm the same way. I love these locations. Shout out to Will. Yeah, working remote. He said some of these women know how desperate gringo dudes are. And take advantage. Take advantage of that. And you have others that are tired of foreigners coming down there and leading them on, and also false promises. I'm gonna read that last part again before we go back to Kevin. And you have others that are tired of foreigners coming down and leading them on, and also false promises, etc. We go to other countries and we bitch when they do us wrong. They scammed us. We cry about it. Got you. They rob us. They drug us. They put us in dangerous situations. They took our cell phone. Blah, blah, blah. Rightfully so, we should bitch about it. But we ain't innocent. There are so many of us going down to these other countries telling barefaced fucking lies to Colombian women, to Brazilian women, to women in Japan. Unnecessary lies. Some of you dudes will lie that you ain't got no kids in the States. You know you got 3 kids in the States. Some of you lie that you ain't married in the States, knowing you've been married for 15 years in the States. Ain't even called for. Colombian women don't even give a fuck if you married. They like she going to your country, and you will still come to Colombia and lie to them because you are so used to lying to women in the United States, and you thought that that's the only way you can get some pussy in the United States, by telling lies. So, hey, I got to do it while I'm in Colombia, or while I'm in DR, or while I'm in Mexico. We are some scamming money. We will scam a female out some pussy. Come on now. Come on now. I know I done scammed plenty of chicks out some pussy in the States. Girl, sure you can come over my house. No, we're not going to fuck. We're going to talk. We're just going to have some wine and listen to some Luther. And some Earth, Wind, and Fire. And some Silk. Now you know that's a bad mix. A couple of bottles of wine, some Luther, Earth, Wind, and Fire slow jams, and some Silk. She gonna get fucked. I done scammed plenty of pussy. She ain't realized that she didn't realize she let down all her inhibitions until after the 3rd orgasm. After the 3rd time her legs were shaking, she finally came to reality of, I came over here, I wasn't even supposed to be fucking. How'd I end up giving him the pussy? I'm such a whore. They go back home, sad, get back in their car, sad. I want a real man who really loves me in a real relationship. I told myself I am not going to get a pussy away. And what did I just do? I gave Andre that pussy. Don't act like I'm the only one that sit women back home crying in the States. Do not act like that. All you do, don't let me put the 1 in the comment. Don't let me put a 1 in the comment for all. Here we go. All you dudes, if you have ever, I'm about to put a bunch of 1s for all the dudes that's about to lie. If you have ever scammed some pussy, ever talked some female out some pussy, when she knows she had convinced herself that the next time is gonna be a good man, and you ain't. If you have ever talked a female out some pussy that you knew that she should not have been with you for no good reason other than fucking, but you convinced her ass that you a really good dude, put in a 1 in the comment section. Because I done done that plenty of times. I've had females thinking I was the nicest, sweetest, coolest dude, which I am. But in that moment, I was trying to fuck. You know how many women out there had shed tears because they had convinced themselves this go around would be different until they met me. And it damn sure wasn't different. I was fucking her like the last dude fucked her, and the dude prior to me, and the dude, and so on and so on. I know I ain't the only one. Thank you guys for being real. I know I ain't the only one that talks some pussy. Talk to a female that she done convinced herself. She done told God that she ain't getting that pussy up no more. She done told her mama, her aunties. They done had a prayer circle over the phone. Every dude, female that done sat up there and convinced themselves, they done put a mental chastity belt on. Then they met my scheming ass with a key. And I unclicked that chastity belt and fucked the dog shit out of them. And this how dirty I was. I put the chastity belt right back on their mind as if they didn't get fucked. Oh, girl, you still a good person. They be feeling all bad and shit. You still a good person. I've had women that actually told me the next day when I called them, hey, what's up, LaWanda? Hey, Andre. Why you sound surprised? I didn't think that you would call because I gave it up the first night. What made you think that? I don't know. I just feel bad because I thought you were gonna look at me like I'm one of those easy women, and I'm a good woman, but it's all right because you played yourself, because a player did what he did when he did it. It's all right. You, Lawanda, you're not the first I done played like that. You won't be the last. And then you guys bring that to Colombia. And you have these in a country where these women are ultra sensitive and they cry about everything. Now you done scammed this girl out that coochie, lied to her, and got your ass back on that plane. And y'all want to talk about scammers. Y'all want to bitch about scammers when it's nothing but the same goddamn karma coming back on a lot of us. That same scamming karma that we had in the States ain't do nothing but follow us to other countries. And then many of us got scammed. Oh, you forgot about what shit we was doing in the States. And now you bring that energy and that same karma to another country. And when they hit you and you get drugged and wake up 3-4 hours later, you looking like they were scammers. They robbed me. All they did was scam a scammer. If they'd have got me, if they'd have robbed me, I'd have been mad too. Passport missing, my computer missing, my money missing. I'd have been mad just like any other dude. But they would, the truth be told, they scammed a scammer. Because that's at one point in time in my life, that's how I was. The brother is right. Dudes becoming, you ain't got to come down here lying to these ladies. Just be honest. You ain't got to try to convince them or play games or talk them out the pussy or all that bullshit. I kid you not, Colombian women like you anyway. I'll say this again, they like you any fucking way. All that scamming shit, lying. That's why women in Medellin don't trust y'all for shit. Man, women in Medellin be like, y'all can get the fuck on. I see how y'all act when y'all get off the plane. Man, I don't know, you don't love me. I do love you, mi amor. Me nigga, they mucho necesito amor, mucho necesito. Que rico. Stop it, man. Stop it. Knocking them down. Yep. Shout out to you, Westside. He said, don't do that with the Japanese chick. She would go to your mom and air out all her grievances. Do you know what this motherfucker did? Your son. That's a good one. Shout out to Bobby. He said, I have to be honest too. A lot of these women have to know what time it is too. By playing along to try to change you. That's a good point. Knowing that they are leading with their lady parts intentionally. True. These women know before they even got in that damn car. When I'm on the phone with them, no, we ain't fucking. We just gonna drink some wine and listen to Luther. The moment they say, I'm on my way, woman, you not dumb. When you drove that 20-minute drive to my house, you knew you was getting fucked. Long before you had your first sip of wine, and before I put that Luther on or that Silk or the best of Earth, Wind, and Fire, you knew you was getting fucked. But here's the difference between foreign women. They know that, but they really think that you like them. America, like I said in the last episode, American women kind of used to us not being worth shit. They know we grimy to a certain extent. Not all men like that. Most of us at one point in time or another in our lives, not all throughout our lives, but one point in time or another, we've been grimy. I got you. But at the end of the day, Colombian women, they really good women, they not date, but they look for a man with a purpose. When they give you their number, they really hope that you're a good guy and they really want you in their lives. They want to say, okay, is he a good guy? Check. Now I really want him in my life. We take it and say, well, you know, American women can handle the fact that I scammed her out the coochie. Colombian women should be fine with it. And Colombian women aren't. They can't handle it like American women can. Not saying American women don't go home and cry, but or get mad at us and say, you know, men are dogs. But Colombian women really have like this dream in their head, like you're a good dude and you wouldn't do me wrong. And then when you do them wrong, the tears will flow, bro. The tears will flow. Yeah, they really are tenderhearted, bro. They really are. They really want to believe the best of everybody. They really want to, and that's why they treat you so well so fast. That's why your first, she has no problem with cooking, cleaning, this and that and that and that. Immediately, you like, I've only been knowing her 3 days and she did my laundry. Because she really thinks that, hey, you're a good dude. And the whole time, your married ass back in the state, lying your ass off. You got 4 kids, 2 dogs, 2 houses, 2 mortgages. Lying, you all up in the bed with that Colombian chick. I'm not talking about pay for play. I'm talking about regular, everyday, good, hot nerd chicks. And you got her in the bed caressing her, holding her, telling her all this bullshit lies. Just so you get more and more of this pussy. And she really believing that you're a good dude. Kid you not. I know, right? Que rico, boy, que rico. Ay, papi, ay. She was giving up the goat. Yep. Like an animal shelter. Yeah. Giving up the pussy like an animal shelter. Yep. Yep. Tread lightly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like Nubia says, I believe in karma, so I don't mess with it. Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something as men. You know, your girl ain't around, right? Tell y'all something as men, just us talking. Even when Andrea watch live streams, she'll never watch it this deep, like 2 or 3 hours in. So this one I know I could talk to y'all this as dudes. One of the reasons why I'm not out here cheating, not because I can't, because I'm always fighting women off anyway. Not because I love my wife, because I do. Not because I don't want to get no disease or get nobody pregnant, all that, all the regular stuff. One of the reasons why I'm not out here cheating, just one of the reasons, because I know how sensitive Colombian women's heart is. Now I'm talking about scammers. I ain't talking about their heart. Party girls, anybody can run through them. Pay for play, that's their job. I'm talking about just regular Colombian women who I probably, if I was to do something, because I've been living here long enough, that's probably that will be my side chick, just a regular Colombian woman. I kid you not, man. I ain't trying to see nobody crying over me because I done sat up there, made her feel like she gonna be my side chick for life. When I only wanted her for like that one time. I ain't trying. I didn't move down here to hurt people. You see what I'm saying? I didn't move down here to hurt nobody. I didn't move down here to use nobody, to trick, scam, all the stuff I used to do in the States. I ain't moved down here for all that. I could have stayed in the States if I wanted to be that old Andre. So one of the reasons why I don't get involved in that, man, because I know how sensitive these women are. It ain't like the States. You got a side chick, as long as you can keep her calm and keep her busting nuts, she cool. You know, she already know about wifey. She ain't tripping. She ain't going through your cell phone. I'm talking about a good side chick, not one of them ratchet side chicks that going through your cell phone calling your wife. Not one of them. But down here, man, they super sensitive. And I ain't trying to be a part of that, man. I ain't trying to have that evil come into my household. Everything is good, so I ain't trying to have that type of evil come my way. Artie Will says that Houston chick has been invited to join Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa as the newest member of BRIC. That was a good one, brother. Newest member of the BRIC nation. She gonna be standing up there. She gonna be standing up there with Brazil and Russia, and India, and China and South America. Oh man, that's funny. That is funny. Let's finish off with our brother Kevin. I won't keep you guys much longer.
And then another thing, and this is where what you think of yourself matters. Affirmations. Affirmations. You have to tell yourself where I am right now and where I'm going to be. You got to remind yourself this is temporary. When you're getting up early doing shit jobs, this is temporary. When you're out working at Walmart, or you're doing a shit job waiting tables in your city to make cash money to fund your side hustle that's turning into a real business. So you're leaving your job to go wait tables, and everybody sees, well, wait a minute, you're waiting tables, and you see people that you know and that you would have respect for, and you got to go take the order. You want me to tell you something? Go have to take the order of a woman or a man that you would like to impress, or a woman you would like to date. You looking good on Suit Saturday, walk by smelling like Rosia Dove and da. Then on Tuesday, she goes into the restaurant and you're her server. Can you walk out with your head up? Will you let that, how would that mess with you? If it does, go back to step 2. You need the high value mindset. Remember, I'm here for a reason. And it's short term. It doesn't define you. So why is this important? Because the things you have to do along the way don't fuck with you. Oh, man. Woo! Woo! So I laugh when people talk shit about me, because I was like, you ain't, don't talk, don't say it. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. Ladies, you're up next.
I'll pause right there before he's gonna be interviewing a guy real quick. I'm gonna pause right there for a split second, not long. Andre dropped something. He made a statement that realizing that you're at this space or point in time in life is only temporary, wherever you are, whatever level you're on. He says, because it prepares you for the tough times, or the eating shit times, or the difficult times, or the times that you don't like. I kid you not. Y'all see how nonchalant I am when it comes to talking about prison, when it comes to talking about incarceration and what I went through. Talk about bad relationships, good relationships. All that prepared me for, was temporary. I didn't know Dude, when I was in there, man, it was a whole lifetime ago. But it prepared me for moments in time now that would break the average person. I'm laid back with it. I could sit back and come to Colombia or go to Thailand and take my time with women. Why? I spent 10 years away from women. I don't give a fuck about that. Either I get it, cool. I don't. Let's say I was single. If I got it, cool. I don't, cool. Where did I get that mindset from? Shit, I spent 10 years away from them. I ain't that fucking thorough. I know what it's like to have them, and I know what it's like to be away from them. Your hard times will prepare you for times such as this. The times that are uncomfortable in life. Some of you dudes gonna do great in Colombia because you done made it through some storm times in the United States. When I was in the States, I sold my Ford F-150 truck. I love that damn truck. Sold my convertible. Love my convertible. Preparing myself for the move here. So when it was time to come here, see, a lot of you dudes be looking at me like, oh, Dre, man, I can't wait to live. Okay, you ready to sell your convertible? You ready to sell your Ford F-150? So you can buy something down here, piece of property, piece of land, new vehicle, new life. One of the reasons why it makes it so easy for me to be around Colombian women. I had Colombian female friends when I was in the States. That's all I hung out in, Colombian clubs. I didn't know, in the States, I can't tell you when the last time I've been to a club with all black people, but I could easily tell you when the last time I've been to a Colombian club or a Latin club for the Colombians and Puerto Ricans and Cubans. I could tell you that easy. So when it was time to come here, I wasn't like, look all these beautiful women. Oh my, I was hanging out with them already in the States. Life will prepare you for the next stage of life. And that's what Kevin is trying to get across to you. So sometimes you're going to go through that, sit back, be quiet, have your pen and pad out, because there's going to be stages in life where you need to shut the fuck up and learn some stuff. I still go through that. Dude, I've been doing YouTube 4 years. I've been doing this digital marketing thing 4 years. And I kid you not, I still feel like I'm on week 1 because there's so much more to learn. If you ain't if you as a content creator, if you aren't on Mr. Beast's level, you still got work to do. That 100,000 subscribers, man, we celebrated that shit for maybe like 3 days. As soon as we got our plaque, we was like, oh, let's take some pictures. Okay, we took a couple pictures, put the plaque on the wall, and got back to work. Pen and pad in hand. When these cameras go off, I'm constantly on learning mode all night long till I'm going to sleep in front of the camera. There are times where you're going to have to spend some time just on learner mode, on shutting the fuck up mode. And when it comes to traveling, you don't know everything, and there's nothing wrong with that. You just got to make sure that you're learning your lessons of travel from the right people. So there are a group of friends, like Kevin said, have your professional travel friends and have your personal travel friends. Your personal travel friends can tell you where the party at, where the ladies at, where the fun at, where all that is. Let's have some fun. Let's get all these hoes. But you got to have some professional friends also. Meaning that somebody can tell you how to buy real estate, open up bank accounts, networking, meet positive professional people that can show you how to open up a business or work online or get travel deals or get discounts. You want to get stuff from Amazon, but you don't know how to order stuff from Amazon in that country. That's what you got your professional friends for. Sometimes they'll blend, but for the most part, most dudes only got party friends, party connections when you're traveling. You need to start adding slowly but surely, like Kevin said, professional group of people at the meetup groups, at the language exchange groups. Dude, I've gotten so many connections with some of you guys that are so professional over the last couple of years in fields that I didn't even think about. And I feel so blessed that I've got guys that are my pleasure, hangout friends, partners that can show me where to party at. But then I'm happy that I met a lot of you guys that are like, hey, Dre, you need to learn about this. You need to learn about that. You need to take some of your money, Dre, and implement it in this particular area also that's blowing up. I would have never learned about a lot of that stuff if it wasn't for you guys. Some of you professional guys that I have built rapport with. He said, one reason that I'm going to Cali so that I can learn a language and culture. He said, I'm tired of my friends speaking Spanish and I don't know what they are saying. I'm at that point too, for real. He said about them connections and networks. It's all about connections and network. Yes, it is. Yes, sir. That's right, Jay. Shout out to my man Dark Sun in the building as well. Dark Sun, Bright One. Yeah, it really is. You're 100% correct on that. I will make it. I will make it happen. Absolutely correct. You're gonna have to go through when it comes to relocating. You guys always talk about you want a good woman. I want a good woman in Thailand. I want me a good woman in Colombia. I want me a couple of good women in Brazil. Nothing wrong with that. I'm a polygamist, so I like, I want me about 4 women. Nothing wrong with that. But you don't want 4 women that's gonna fuck over you. You want 4 decent, good women. It may be for 4 different reasons, but they're all in your life. You can't have the good ones and still be on fuckery. There's a few brothers in this world that can have a good woman who's cool with you being on fuckery. That's cool with you out there wilding, having bitches here and there, but you take care of business with her and the kids. There's a few women out there that's cool with that. Not most in this world. In other words, if you're gonna have somebody decent in your life, you cannot be party Dre trying to find an Andrea. That shit, Andrea would have laughed at me. I gotta be the life of the party all the time. But Andrea's like, but I'm a church girl. I go to a party, but not all the time. I'm a travel girl, so I like to travel, but not go to the party all the time. Me and Andrea have been to plenty of countries together. We've only been to a club one time in all the countries that we've gone to. And the only reason we went to this club because it was one of the most famous clubs in the world, the Art Factory in Cuba, in Havana. That's such a famous location, one of the top clubs in the world. We had to go. Art Factory, Art Museum. That's a club with several clubs in it, and it's a literal art museum. Oh, we got to go here. We get the best of both worlds. Nerd museum and a party spot. Let's go. You can't be on fuckery all for the rest of your life and think you're gonna have something good at the end of life. I'm gonna tell you that again. You cannot be on fuckery all your life and think you're gonna have something good at the end of life. Remember, as I mentioned earlier, life is an equation, a mathematical equation. You're either always adding something, you're always subtracting something, you're always multiplying something, or you're always dividing something into parts. Whether you be dividing your time, your money, or your energy. Life is an equation. Yeah. We're going to finish off this last part. Just let Kevin just ride it on out. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Ladies, the next 30 minutes is for you. AC, go ahead and unmute yourself. There we go. There we go.
Can you hear me?
I can now.
Okay, cool. So the common theme in which I'm seeing is people trying to skip the boring part of life and success.
Yes.
Overall, success is extremely boring and monotonous. It just looks cool once we get to your level. We're on YouTube, we got 5,000 viewers a night. That looks fun, but all the boring stuff to get there, it takes years of monotonous work. And also, you don't have to become successful at the thing you're most passionate about. That's an overused word,
right,
especially for men. Mm-hmm. We should be looking for advancement and fulfillment. And what we'll do is we'll get passion on the back end. So I did one thing last year that made me $130,000 that I was not overly passionate about. I was good, but I'm great at it. It's a gift.
Right.
I take that money and invest it in things I'm passionate in. I had fun at the beach in Jamaica with a lovely woman. Yeah. I invest in the stock market and in real estate. So that whole passion and all, no. If you do not know what you want to do something that can make you money long term that you're good at. Take that money, invest it in other things that make you happy and fulfilled. But do something you're good at.
Thank you, brother.
Focus on your gift.
Thank you for giving us something, because
yeah.
Ooh, child.
Worry about that stuff later. Mastery is sexy. Mastery will bring you money.
Thank you, bro. AC Hatchet, everybody. Look, guys, I'm trying to what I'm trying to do is all right. I've had more people ask me, why don't you talk to guys? Why don't you talk to guys? Well, because my gut told me from what I've seen, a lot of guys aren't really ready. A lot of guys are still, why don't you talk to guys or young men? Because a lot of you aren't ready yet. A lot of you, your eyes have just been opened in your 20s. And you're asking questions that you should be asking after the 10 years of eating shit. So you're trying to get there too soon. So if you're in the dark, I'm not gonna put you on. I don't have time for wannabe troll like dudes.
All right, we're at the end of that video. 3 things that was just mentioned. First thing that the caller said is that success is boring. The process of it, the day-to-day of it. For you truck driver brothers, remember how boring it was sitting in school with the school books when you wanted to go out there and get one of the rigs and see if you could roll it around? The book part is boring. To all the doctors that are out there, or the attorneys, or individuals that had to go to school for your profession. 4 years, 6 years of boredom. Females looking at you crazy because you're driving a bucket, or you're driving an all right car. You're working part-time, but you're a full-time student. That's the boring part. All the part that it takes to find good women in other countries. I'm gonna tell y'all, it's gonna be fucking boring. It's not gonna be finding Andreas is not exciting as just going up to 3. Finding a good woman in Colombia compared to walking up to 3 hot chicks in Colombia and just giving them money is freaking more difficult and boring compared to just giving 3 hot chicks some money and saying, come on, let's go back to my Airbnb. That's easy as a motherfucker. That's easy. It's exciting. It's immediate excitement, because in the next 30 minutes, I'll be up in 3 different women. There's nothing boring about that, but there's nothing consistent about it to give you a positive end result other than a nut, and then you go do it all over again. Anything in life for you, doing YouTube. The reason why so many people quit YouTube, because the real work is fucking boring. When the cameras go off, the real work begins. This is the fun part. But the real work, ask Richie Mack, ask Ace Live, Ask all the people that sit around for hours editing video. And those don't let us who got more than one video or more than one channel have to get to work. As soon as these cameras go off, I gotta push this tie right back up and record for tomorrow's morning's video for Mostly Money channel. I just finished editing the video that I'm going to be dropping tomorrow for Travel Unraveled. And then I've got to do the subject matter for Andrea's show for this Wednesday. This is the boring part that y'all don't know about. But everybody gets excited about when they see the YouTubers' paychecks or when they see us hit 100,000 subscribers, which is cool. My point is, when it comes to relocating to other countries, there's going to be a stage of it's boring. It's boring to go back to the States. Okay, let me make sure I got my driver's license. I've got my birth certificate. Okay, I've got all my little paperwork that I need, my medical records, my dental records. That's fucking boring getting paperwork together. But I'm glad I got it. And you'll be glad that you got it. It's fucking boring you got a house that you either want to Airbnb or you want to sell in the States because you're moving to another country. That shit is boring. But that's what gives you to the success that in 2 or 3 years, other dudes gonna be looking at you like, damn, dog, you actually live in Italy for real. Damn. Oh, bruh, you live off the Ivory Coast in Africa for real, huh? Damn. But nobody thinks about the boring part that brings about success. The next thing that he mentioned is, which is true. I would say it in Andre's term. He said passion. He said success over passion, meaning do something that you are good at compared to something that you are passionate about. I would basically tell it like this. Some of y'all need to be doing IT. You are an excellent truck driver. But since you want to work online, you ain't gonna be coming to Columbia driving no trucks no time too soon, because the money don't pay the same. But you are going to be pretty good working online work. You're going to be pretty good. You're going to be successful. That's what the guy was saying. Focus on the thing that you're successful about, not necessarily always that which you're passionate about. Use the money and the time in which you become successful with it on what you are passionate about. Sometimes you got to tell yourself, man, I got a choice. I love driving my truck. I bust my ass for this truck. I own this truck. There's nothing wrong with turning that truck into a business. But if you plan on living in another country, you can't put that truck in your suitcase, can you? So you're going to have to come with a new idea of what's going to be your tool for success while your truck is making money for you back home. And you might not be driving a truck again in life. Other than that truck being yours, you can drive it around. But as far as you carrying a load, you may have to become comfortable with the fact that you own it and you got somebody, you've hired a driver, and you may have 2 or 3 trucks. You got drivers and they are riding loads across the city or loads across the country. But as for you riding loads, your days might be numbered in doing that. You might go from an NFL player to becoming an NFL coach. You enter into a new area of success. The third thing that he said that they mentioned that Kevin mentioned, that's what it was. And Kevin mentioned time. I tell every dude, your first year to year and a half of living in a new country, let me put even further, even more. During consultations, I say this: your last year of living in the United States, for example, is going to go by like this. Don't trust that year. Do not trust your last year in the United States to go by as normal as the other years in the United States. That last year, when you finally decide that in 2024 or 25, I'll be officially living in Colombia, I'm telling you, that last year is going to go by like that. Do not trust, because you're going to be so busy doing different things, you know, running your life here, and now you're running your life in your other country. So now you got two lives going on at the same time. That last year going to fly by so fast. Do not take that last year for granted. It is not going to go slow. It's going to go overnight. Your first year in your new country, same thing. You're trying to get this. You're trying to get I'm a new country. I'm trying to get my driver's license. Okay, I'm in a new country. I try to understand their language, so I'm gonna take language classes. Okay, where's the gym at? Okay, so I got a gym membership. Now I got my gym membership. Okay, now I got to buy some furniture. Now, okay, what's the best place to get my furniture? All that's gonna be going on in the first year. Should I get a furnished apartment, or should I buy new furniture? Or should I live on this side of the city or that side of the city? You know, I like that side of the city more. But my boys keep telling me this. All that. First chick that you meet, your first, I like her, she cool, it didn't work out, go to the next one. So now you ain't doing pay for play because you live here, but you're meeting regular women. However, it may not be the first one or the second one or the third one that you meet. It may be the first, the fourth one, like in my case, the perfect one. So now you're like, cool, I'm good. But all your first year in that new city, new country, I'm gonna tell you something. Anybody that's moving here in 2024, I promise you, 2026 is waiting for your ass, because 2025 is going to be gone. You can say goodbye to 2025 as if it ain't even happened. That's how fast your first year in a new country going to be. It goes by fast because you're doing so much. You're trying to establish yourself and get yourself set up for this. You're trying to get medical. Okay, where's the doctors? I want to get checkup. Oh, I want to get my teeth done. Oh, let me make sure I get my ears done. What, a new pair of glasses. All this is just so fast. But once you get everything settled, like year 2, you're good. You're good. But that last year in the States, and that first year your new country, those 2 years, everything's gonna fly by. Everything. So do realize that. And realizing this makes you a high value traveler. Because your time is the one thing that other dudes take for granted. They take time for granted. You don't. You realize and expect time to go by fast that last year in the States. And you expect time to go by the first year in your new country. And you understand that you ain't stressing on it. You ain't tripping on it. It's supposed to be like this. But other dudes, they'll stress out. It's so difficult the first year. I'm going back to the States. And they'll go back to the States because, not because it was so horrible in their new country, but because they didn't realize that first year is going to be boring and a lot of work. If you think moving to Colombia is just going to be bitches just falling out of trees forever, even dudes with money still have moments where they got to still be established, get themselves on point. All right, guys. I'll be in the Philippines next year. Shout out to the Philippines. I ain't mad at you. He said, Andre, so what is the name of the Afro-Colombian vegan restaurant? Man, I forget the name. It's right around the corner, too. There's a bunch of them, but the one that we go to is like right around the corner on this side of the city. Actually, I'm going to get that name. It opened up last year, and me and Andre have been there at least. Let me see if I can pull it up. Maybe I'll be able to pull it up. Let us see. Nothing beats a failure but a try. Let's see. We're going to find it. We are going to find it. Let us see. Okay, I got a couple of them pulled up. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. They got some nice ones too that I haven't even seen. I'm actually going to drop this link though. Let you guys see what I'm seeing. Let me put it up on the screen. So this is what I'm looking at right now. Vegan friendly restaurants in Cali, Colombia. So I'm going to put this in the description for you guys. It's got about a good 10 of them. Let's see. Let's right here. Look pretty good too. All these are vegan restaurants. Check these out, man. Hardin Plaza area on the other side of the city. Pretty good, pretty good. All right. Those are all the ones that I saw. No, I don't see the one. I don't see the one that's over here. But I'm gonna look it up. I'm not looking it up, but I'm gonna walk around the corner tomorrow, so I'll have it for you guys. I'll have it for you for the next live stream. Wow, you never tried vegan food? They got vegan soul food down here. It's good. That's the spot that's right around the corner. Vegan soul food. You said military veteran, and I just located the VA clinic southwest of Medellin. Yes, they do. A lot of guys don't know that. Absolutely correct. He said, I plan to retire in Cali and living out the remaining years in Colombia. Shout out to you, brother. There's a lot of you military brothers. It's so easy for you dudes to get your visas too. So easy. Andre is always helping guys get their visas. You military dudes, man. Phew. That retirement visa, they just. You say there's an Afro-Colombia Music Festival in Compton in September 30th. Shout out to that. He said going to be learning about the history and culture and dancing and move by local and international artists. That's what's up, man. I'm glad for that. Shout out to you, Tevin, for letting me know that. I did not know. I knew that they had a huge Afro-Colombian population in Houston for years, like years. But I didn't know like that in California. Shout out to you for letting us know that. He said, I'm on an Army veteran. He said, I'm an Army veteran myself. I did one tour in Iraq. Thank you for your service, brother. All you guys that's ex-military, man. Thank you for your service. Let me make sure I didn't miss out anybody on the Cash App. All you guys that were on Cash App and aren't here anymore, my bad, brother. Thank you, Tevin Brown, for the $10. Cash App also Blade Runner for the $5, and Tevin also again for the $20. And Victory for the $5. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very, very much. And all that's going towards the Children's Cancer Foundation. That will put us at $822. Shout out to you guys. He said I can't retire in Colombia with a nice size VA check. Why not? You said I can't retire. Oh, can't I? Yeah. Oh, you're asking, can I? Oh, yeah, man. I'm sorry. He said, can't I retire in Colombia with a nice ass VA check? Yes, you can. There's plenty of brothers down here doing it. Plenty of brothers that are ex-military. All you ex-military dudes, y'all good, man. Y'all good. Yes, you can. You definitely can with your. I know one guy, man. He was nervous about retiring here, and he was making like $7,000-8,000 a month, and that was outside of his. That was military. That wasn't including all his other businesses and things like that. And man, I said, man, if you stop being nervous, you good. You will start off with your residency visa. This is how it works here in Colombia. Your first official visa is always your passport, 90 day, 120 day, 180 day. That's your passport is technically a visa. Second visa will be like for individuals that want to get retirement, like you, that want to get a digital nomad visa, that want to get business visas. All those fall, even marriage visas, fall up under the category of a 1 to 2 year visa, meaning that every 2 years or every 1 year, you get them renewed. Then you are qualified, like myself and others that have been around in Colombia for more than 2 to 5 years. You get what's called the permanent residency visa. That means that you don't have to file for no more visas. Your visa filing days are done. You are here as long as you want. Even if you leave here, you can come back because it's permanent visa for you. Then 2 years after having your permanent residency visa, you get your citizenship. Yes, I'm a Colombian citizen, the right to vote, all those things like that. Passports, so forth and so forth. So that's what how it's done here in Colombia. Now, some countries you could just skip the line and just buy a citizenship through real estate or through business or whatever it may be. But Colombia is like those 4 steps: passport, 2 year visa, residency visa, which is the permanent residency visa, and then citizenship. So 10 years, Drake? No. Actually, you can apply for your permanent residency visa after being here for 2 years. So if you have a visa that is a retirement visa, and they give you that visa for 2 years, instead of filing for another 2 year visa, you can actually file after 2 years for a permanent residency visa. So you can do the 2 years and then you get a file for the permanent. You good with the permanent. So you don't have to wait, but you do have to wait at least 2 years after you get the permanent residency visa to apply for your citizenship. So technically, I could have got all that. If I'd known all this before, technically I could have got all this done within a 5-year window. Technically. I just didn't know. When you're in learning mode, some things you learn the first year, some things you learn year 4. He said, I heard that the regular Colombian women look at you differently when you are a resident or citizen. True. Because you're going to be permanently here. You're part of the community. They realize that you've been here long enough to know people and know the ins and outs. What's a good city, good area, bad area. They know that you're here. They know that you're not full of games, that you really love their country. Yep. Is there a separate process for a retiree? Basically, applying for a visa is applying for a visa. You're just applying for a different type of visa when it's done. See, that's what Andrea does. That's what she helps people with their helps guys get their visa. It's a separate type of visa, but it's really the same application, and you just check in a different box. In other words. You skipped me, or did you block? No. Let me go back, Jay. Did I see you? I just didn't see you, Jay. Blame it on my head, not my heart. Let's see. He say, bruh, your whole background is no still is copycat of Kevin Samuels, and you even use the main face on your thumbnail. Shaking my head. Get your own work, dude. Bruh, it ain't that serious. I asked you know how long I've had that floating stick back there? I've had that floating stick. First of all, I've been following Kevin Samuels maybe 4 years before he even blew up with the Average at Best videos when it was just all men. But I've had that floating stick like forever, dude. I got that floating stick. Now, mind you, I did see it on Kevin Samuels, but I got that floating stick like forever in the day, dude. I've actually purchased other floating sticks and given them away as gifts because so many other people have asked about it. The second reason I have it, young brother, like Jay, is to show respect towards Kevin, man. I do miss the brother. I do miss how he carried himself. I do miss Kevin Samuels, the brother, our brother Kevin. I don't care what women have to say about him. I don't care what the hater dudes had to say about him. I do miss my brother. Just like I miss my brother Kobe, just like I miss my brother Prince and Michael Jackson. There's some brothers that I miss being around walking on this planet, even though I haven't personally met them. There's some brothers that I'm like, man, some of us do miss the Biggies and miss the Pacs and wonder what their lives will be at this stage in life. So that's my honor of those that have passed on. And as for, anything else, man, come on, man. He said, what made me laugh was, he said, Andre, you miss me as if I going back, or did you block me? No, brother. Come on, man. If you good people, you won't get blocked. If you an asshole, assholes always get blocked no matter what channel. So if you get blocked, don't get mad at me. But if you ain't a dude to get blocked, I ain't one of them dudes that be running around blocking people like that. He said, copying Kevin Samuels has been successful for you. See, this is the part where you start to trolling. See, the first one is funny. Second, nah. Now you start the childish trolling, man, which us grown men ain't got time for, because trolls start to become distractions. So here's what we'll do. We won't block you, but we'll put you in timeout. You enjoy purgatory real quick. Yeah, you can tell when the person's truly happy with their life when a person tries to insult them and you just laugh. hey, man. Some dudes, man. Yeah. We talk about vegan restaurants and eating healthy. This dude talk about some. You took Kevin Samuels' background. Next thing you gonna say, well, you took Kevin Samuels' cologne collection and. Dude, it ain't that serious, man. Really not. He said, Andrew, you put him in time. Yeah, man. I didn't block him or nothing. Like for L. Some dudes be like, I'm blocking you for life. But sometimes, man, you just got to be putting time out. Like, man, like his first statement, I was cool with that. But then he kept on harping, and I was like, wait a minute. Now I'm distracting the time that I could be talking to you guys about other things. I'm talking about him about some damn background. Like, dude, go with that. It made you successful. Dude, do you know how long we've been around? Let me see something. I got something for y'all. Before we go, guys, I'm about to pull something up for you. Let me see if I can get this. It's just amazing how people sit back and they just spend energy assuming things, not knowing what they're talking about. Let's see. Let me pull that up. Views. Filter. Let me pull this up real quick. Thank you guys for your patience, by the way. Let me turn this volume down a little bit. Let you guys see this. This was Andre and Andre in 2019. Let's look at it for what it is. I'm in the same room that I am right now. I want you to hear how this sounds. This may be our second video. Thanks, Ant. I appreciate that. That was fun on Philip Scott. Shout out to Philip Scott.
You had expectations, but the reality was, in reality, you have to admit this. When you get back home and you have that person back home with you, you're completely different. You may be going to work 9 to 5. They're not used to seeing you go to work 9 to 5.
Hay mucho compañerismo por la compatibilidad. Porque cuando Andre y yo solemos pasar unos días juntos, obviamente.
Y'all see how much different Andrea looks?
Like this. The person that's moved to a new country, they've already made.
You see how bad our voices sound?
I'm Andre.
And I'm Andrea.
And we are Love Crossing Borders. Thank you again.
I want to pause that for a second. 2019, no microphones, voices bouncing off the wall, just trying to come up with topics. This is like probably our second video. You can see how different Andre and I looked at that time period. This exact same room. Look what's up there. We just got a camera lens up top, and that's it. So when people sit back and they say certain things, they don't know how much work that we've been putting in over the last years to where now we got equipment. Now we got different cameras. The only camera we had was a cell phone and or our Osmos Pocket back in the day. That's all we had. It was nothing more than that. Just a cell phone, an Osmos Pocket, and no camera.
Thank you guys for coming to another episode, and we are just so excited once again about this particular topic because a bunch of us have been following this particular show for the last few years, and this show is called 90 Day Fiance.
Yes.
And we've been checking the show out, especially since we are a couple that's not necessarily a 90 Day Fiance, but we are an international, interracial relationship, like a lot of those relationships on the show, right?
Yeah.
So before we get started, we want to remind you guys to make sure that you subscribe and
Like, share, and comment every video that we post.
definitely, and make sure that you that you click the bell for the bell notification. So every time we post a new video, you guys are able to get that video from us and get that information that definitely educates, entertains, and encourages you when it comes to being interracial,
entertains, and
international
encourage
couple. All right, let's get started. 90 Day Fiance, expectations versus reality. And we're going to talk about 7 expectations, but we're going to also talk about 7 realities. And the first topic that we're going to be talking about is compatibility. Now, here's what we're talking about. That's the expectation. You want compatibility.
Yeah.
To reality, you may see things differently from what they see certain things. And you may even see them differently when they come to your home country or when you move to their country. Correct?
Yeah, that's right. It's really kind of hard, you know,
Yeah.
how that just like the same energy that the person has. And in Spanish, it's compatibilidad. Lo que queremos decir es que
she was going to be telling her part in Spanish. My point is that you evolve in what you require. You evolve in who you are. You evolve in, now you got the special lights where you could change the transition or make it darker. You got all that. You got the expensive, cameras and all the other equipments and computers and, you got the desk and it's completely different. And you realize that you've come a long way and you appreciate it. And we've come a long way with a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys were day one guys. A lot of you guys have come, along in the last couple of years, some of you guys in the last few months. But we appreciate everybody. We appreciate everybody and all that you guys have been through with us. And you guys will be around once we got kids. He said, I'm not looking forward to dealing with trolls on YouTube. They don't come around often, Black Nubian. That's the one thing I can say. They don't come around often. They really don't. And the larger you get, every once in a while, you have to deal with a troll or two. But it's all right. You just laugh it off and keep on pushing. Nice work. I wish dudes weren't lazy and focused on Colombia. Yeah. While everybody else was out partying, I was here making money. While everybody else trying to be the life of the party, I was trying to be. I kid you not. This is what our goal was. We knew that the party time would come to an end eventually in the lives of individuals at different times. So when the dust settles and you want to live in Colombia, who was going to have all the answers or any of the answers for us as people from the States or people from foreign countries? So that's what we dedicated our channel to. Instead of just being relationships, we start dedicating our channel to answer the question, how do I relocate to Colombia? How do I get medical insurance? How do I get life insurance? If I want to invest in the stock market there, how do I start businesses? What about the banking? How about this, that? We start focusing on the things that when you are done partying and treating Colombia like a vacation and you want to live here, where do you go to get the information? That's what we dedicated our channel to. And that's why we're called Love Crossing Borders, where we help you find love across borders or fall in love with the borders that you cross. Yeah, bad acoustics back then. Voices bouncing off the wall. We didn't know any better, man. We just was trying to do our thing, man. Now you see what we meant when me and Andrea back here, when we were just dreaming that someday we'll get 10,000 subscribers. That was our dream. 10,000 subscribers would just make the world to us, because we actually thought that you made it. If you get 10,000 subscribers, you made it. Now, we see 10,000 subscribers. Yes, that you made it, because 85% of all YouTubers don't make it to 10,000. but we know that we can go beyond that. You know, to sit back and see brothers like Ace at $500,000, our other brother, Tech Show Dave, he's at $250,000. You know, you have to start somewhere. Absolutely correct. It's all about the grinding. Look at you now. Yep. And we still feel like we're at day one. We still feel like we're at day one. And your boy got new teeth. Yeah. Thank you very much, Tone. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. He said, I'm not looking. Yeah, I read that one. Yeah, it's not fun, Black Nubian, but it is what it is. Andre, did you put me in timeout or did you read my comment? I'm looking like, what is this dude talking about? You say bounce that foolishness. Yes, that's basically what it was about. Because I was about to give energy and time into my man. I'm like, I ain't on time for that, man. And you guys don't either. I'm about to end this live stream, let you guys get some rest. We've been on here 3.5 hours, almost 3.5 hours. Shout out to all you guys that made it in this evening. We're going to see you on Wednesday. And I got some videos to edit as soon as we get done and videos to record as soon as we get done with this one. Once again, it's your boy Andre of Andre and Andre's Love Crossing Borders. Thank you guys for the cash outs, for the super chats, looking out for us throughout all these years. Now you guys you can see how far we've come, and we got a long way to go. Talk to you guys later. I'm out of here. Get you guys some rest.